Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Take It to the Hizzy Fantasy Football, TITTH number 72. I'm your host, Justin Bruni. I got Nick Davis and Emron Khan with me. Tell them what's up, guys.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, everybody?
Yep. Happy Thursday. Tuning in for some Thursday night football. Thank you for jumping into the live show. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. Take It to the Hizzy. Smash the like button. Seahawks, Cardinals. Where are you guys leaning tonight? We got a 3-point spread. I haven't made my decision yet.
The Dogs are Seattle?
No,
the Cardinals?
They are home. And actually, let's kind of start with that first.
Yeah.
Don't you think that Seattle should be, the plus option here?
Yeah.
So why is home field advantage giving this much of an advantage during COVID?
I really don't know. I mean, there's no fans there, and Seattle's actually playing its worst football in a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Losing 2 straight, and losing them in bad fashion. It's one thing if you lose the nail biters and you're losing close games. Buffalo game, they never had a shot, and the Rams game, that score makes it look a lot closer than it actually was. They just
absolutely. I mean, same with the Bills game too. I mean, four turnovers for Russ in that game. They wound up losing by 10. What was the margin in the Rams game?
I think it ended up being 7.
Okay, so not bad, but Russ still has what? Three turnovers, no touchdowns. Probably
one was a red zone pick too.
Oh God, it was brutal. It was brutal. Had a chance there to put up points, couldn't help us out. Me and Emron were both on Seattle. Did not cash those tickets. Did not cash them.
Yeah, I one of them I got a little lucky. I teased them up to 8.5 because I was like, it's a teaser, so your odds change. But I was like, well, they'll keep it within one possession, and I was sweating that until the very end, and then the fucking Ravens money line killed me.
Did it? That's pretty brutal. That was a good game at least. Like I enjoyed watching the Ravens Patriots game. Yeah. There were times where it was frustrating because I as well was in on the Ravens. Didn't cash that ticket, but Lamar was able to get it done for me in fantasy and whatnot. I hit Raiders, Saints, and thank you, Nick Chubb. Houston covers.
Yeah, the Houston one was good. What else did I get? I got the ending of the Bills game too.
Nice.
You saw that game with the score. I mean, you saw obviously saw the game.
I hit the over. Hit the over on the Diggs touchdown. Was elated. Was excited, and then hey, thanks.
But you know what the spread was, right?
Oh, it's 3.
Yeah.
That meant that if Arizona came back down, no matter what, they scored a touchdown. They were not kicking a field goal. Yeah, it was going to blow up the spread no matter what. So you could be excited about it at home, but if you had money on that spread, you were burned down either way.
Yeah.
So tonight I'm going to take the Cardinals still. I don't like these lines. I think they're trying to fool us. I'm taking Cardinals +3. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are high off of the elating win over the Bills. Mm-hmm. I think that the Seattle Seahawks are basically floundering right now. They seem to not be able to get any offensive output, even though Mr. Unlimited is,
Unlimited.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out Pat McAfee. I was watching earlier. But yeah, it just seems like they've been struggling. And I saw some stats that Patrick Peterson lined up against DK the last time they matched up and really just shut him down. So it might be a big day for Tyler Lockett, but I'm kind of not hopeful for Seattle's offense, especially with Chris Carson being out. We got Carlos Hyde, who, will get, about 30 yards, probably touchdown, just get that Frank Gore treatment. But it's just there's a lot of stuff that has to happen for Russ Wilson to lead the team to a victory. And I don't see it happening tonight.
And that's one of the things I was saying is just, when Seattle was flying high earlier the year, I think they started out 5-0, right? And I kept telling everybody that defense is going to be a liability. They were the worst. I think now they probably are the worst defense, giving up nearly 500 a game. It's just not sustainable. It's going to come back to bite them in the ass. Like, you don't have to be elite, but, like,
you got to make a stop.
They're not even bad. They're horrendous. Yeah. And it's just, I think it's going to get exposed again tonight.
Yeah, I think this line is just very deceiving. What home field advantage is there during this COVID year to me to flip the script to literally make the Seattle Seahawks a favorite in this game? It's just irresponsible. I think the books are trying to play tricks on our minds. I think they're trying to get us to lean into the Seahawks when in reality, Cardinals, they're the team that's rolling right now. Their defense can make a few more stops. The Seahawks, they have not been able to get it going on the ground whatsoever. Last week, they had Alex Collins in there. They don't even have him starting tonight. They sent him back down to the practice
That's
squad.
a name I haven't heard in so long.
Well, he scored a touchdown last week.
I know.
2 weeks ago, I was trying to find him on Yahoo, trying to add him. Yahoo's like, nah, we ain't got no Alex Collins. Come back next week. We'll see. We'll see if we can let you start him then. I was just looking for a stash option, and literally I couldn't even add him. Last week, he scores a touchdown. This week, they send him down to the practice squad. Tonight, like Nick referenced, probably a lot of Carlos Hyde. But they also have Bar Scarborough there, who was promoted from the practice.
Scarborough?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I like me some Bo Scarborough. Filled in for the Lions.
I don't know why he hasn't caught on in the NFL. He's like the same build of Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Who, Bo?
Well, he's like, is he like a power running back?
He's
No,
not
he's
running back. He's not quite like Henry, but
No, he catches the ball a little bit more than a Derrick Henry.
I don't know. I saw him at Alabama, and I really did like him in Alabama. But also, Damian Harris was in the same backfield, so those two guys.
Yeah, so they'll have Hyde, they'll have Scarborough, they'll have DJ Dallas as well back there. So I imagine there's going to be some good run support for Russ tonight, but Lockett's banged up. The last go around, DK was really held in check by Pat Peterson. So I'm not really sure what to expect from Russ and his receivers. And Russ is coming off 2 of his worst games, period.
Yeah.
You know, like he's coming off of 7 turnovers in his last 2 games. And the fumbles, he's losing them. You know, like he has a couple of picks in each game, I think, but he's losing losing fumbles too, which is not very normal for him. So I'm not as high on Russ and the Seahawks tonight. I think in fantasy, kind of just jumping down to the sitter starts here for the Seahawks, I think we're all firing up Russ Wilson. You're not putting him away. I feel comfortable starting Carlos Hyde tonight. I feel like they're going to need, their runner back. They need an identity on the ground, and they haven't had Hyde or Carson in a couple of weeks here. I think it's going to be a lot of Carlos Hyde trying to pound the ball into the ground and maybe even try to, keep the Arizona offense off the field. They're deadly. They'll kill you.
Yeah, and then all the other things I was going to mention with Russell Wilson and just these decision making, it's been a trend over the last month. They started off, 5-0, and he was taking care of the ball, making these big plays. Their last 4 games, they're 1-3. It actually, ironically, started off with that loss against the Cardinals about a month ago in overtime.
Yeah, and that game was crazy too. Sorry to interrupt you, but DK Metcalf had a touchdown called back in that overtime.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, during in these last 4 games, he's thrown 7 interceptions. Most seasons, he doesn't have 7 in the year.
Exactly.
And along with the fumbles, these aren't those 50-50 balls to DK where shit happens. These are really bad decisions, and they're really unlike Russ.
No, they really are. That red zone interception last week against the Rams was very, very telling of what we should maybe not what to expect tonight, but just really, the inadequacies of their offense in the past 2 weeks. I think that really that one play summed it all up. Like they just aren't going to get it going. This week, short week, they are at home, but I'm not buying into it. So, like I said, I'm taking the Cardinals +3, starting Russ. With these running backs, I'll take Hyde, no Scarborough, no DJ Dallas. Lockett, DK, you guys both firing them up?
I'm more inclined to fire up Tyler Lockett because it's always when everybody's so high on DK that Tyler Lockett just breaks out for a game and just reminds you that, hey, he is still there. I think Tyler Lockett will probably have a bigger game than DK just because Patrick Peterson is going to be draped on DK and has already shown to shut him down. So that's my receiver that I'm playing.
Yeah, I think if you have him on your team, you got to start both, right? You don't have a better option on your bench. But in terms of who I like, I think I would have to say Lockett's probably going to be better. But I think DK would do a little bit better this time.
I think DK is going to have a better performance. I think that they will make a strong concentration to get him open in space. Get him on some 5 and outs, some 5-yard curls and stuff like that. Just feed him the ball. Watch some tape from the past couple of weeks, and they moved him away from Ramsey. They moved him away from Trey White in the past couple of games. And when they did, Russ literally just didn't look his way. I think they focus up. They make a heavy concentration to correct those errors. For the other side of the ball, really quick, I guess, tight ends. Can you start a tight end here for Seattle? I mean, they're really low on the totem pole here.
Disley's back.
They're all really low though. Like Disley, Olsen, Hollister. If you're really up against the wall, which one of these guys can find the end zone?
That's what I was going to say. I was like, one of them is probably going to score a touchdown tonight. How lucky do you feel on picking the right one? If I had to start tight end, I'd say Olsen because I think he'll get a couple of catches. But
Disley.
Yeah,
I'm shooting for Disley.
I would go with Olsen if I had to.
Yeah.
I guess I would go with Olsen just because of the snaps. I still think that he's leading the way. So if you're looking for a touchdown dependent option, Greg Olsen or one of those other tight ends could be the guy. You said Disley?
Will Disley, yeah.
Will Disley? Okay.
I think him coming back, because when he was in last year, I mean, he's kind of hasn't really been in at all this year due to injury. So when he was in last year, he kind of was like a sneaky pickup for me to, be comfortable getting 10 points a game. And Greg Olsen, to be completely honest, he hasn't really done anything. He's kind of been like
I don't know, 4 or 5 catches here. Another week he'll be 1, but he's always there.
Jimmy Graham. He's like Jimmy Graham. Like I don't know.
Jimmy Graham might be even better this year.
Well, yeah,
I
Jimmy
think
scores.
I think he is too. But I think Will Disley coming back is definitely going to take away from those targets that were targeted to the tight end, which Greg Olsen was the only tight end available.
Yeah, I mean it's a toss up every week. Which one of those guys could come down in the end zone? I mean, for all we know, Hollister, could wind up pulling it down.
Yeah,
we could all be on the outside looking in. I just want to take a minute to shout out the chat. Shout out to Donnie, Mr. Nick, Bryce. I saw you in there. I'm still scrolling looking for your name.
Kevin Tith.
Kevin. Yeah, I was just about to mention Kevin.
We didn't need to give Kevin any love.
Oh,
I did. I told
you. See what Kevin said?
Yeah, he said go Bengals.
No, before that.
No.
What did he say?
Bald is beautiful, my friend Imran.
Yeah, that's what's up. Bald is beautiful, baby. That's what's up.
Kevin has renounced his Washington fandom.
He said,
oh yeah, I've done that too, man.
He said he's a Bengals fan. I gave him the best response I could. What is it, Nick?
There we go. Go Bengals.
Oh, come on. I say it every week.
Oh, what is it? Good teams win, great teams cover.
Dang, there it is. There it is. Go Bengals.
Today.
Let's go. Fire up the kid. Let's go, JB. Although Burrow's kind of weird. He's doing some interviews talking about not liking scary movies and stuff like that. Like,
I don't like scary movies either. I was right on the same page with him.
I love him. I love him.
It was funny. He's like, I just watched like a lot of Phineas and Ferb as a kid. It's like, watch your bro. Like he's always like, I'm a big Disney Channel guy. Yeah.
Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, Joe. Say it ain't so.
I was laughing my ass off when I saw that interview. He was like, yeah, I don't really like scary stuff. Really get down on the Disney Channel. It's my shit. Like, that's cool. He's a Ferb man. No big deal. Flipping over to the Cardinals. Yeah, I think we're starting Kyler Murray, who right now I think we can all agree is probably 1A in the MVP race to Russ Wilson's 1B.
Yeah.
I mean,
who told them about that in the season, guys?
Oh, that was you.
We did. No,
I was
we did. I'm not taking
that. Was like our first trust or bust.
Yeah.
Kyler's up there. He's my QB3 behind. It was Mahomes and Dak.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought Jackson was 2.
Oh yeah, I did have Lamar. I did have Lamar too.
Dak 4. Yeah,
I had Dak 4 behind Kyler, but hey, for good reason.
I mean, you basically hit it on the head with those picks.
Dak was on fire before he got
I mean,
he still has more passing yards than
a lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot of
Lamar
people.
Jackson. And that's crazy.
We'll actually get back to that. We'll come back to the Dak Prescott and we'll bring up the numbers.
We can make that a segment, honestly.
Yeah, we really could.
Who has more passing?
Yeah. But for the Cardinals, we're all firing up Kyler Murray. We were born, but it wasn't yesterday. So yes, he's in our lineups. Let's see. Of course, D-Hop, Nike, Jumpman, go up and get him. I'm saying to start Drake. I'm saying to start Chase. They were both fantasy efficient last week. They were both fantasy reliable. I'm saying to start both of them.
I'm not going to disagree with you because this was one of the games. I know we'll talk about my bets later, but I love the over in this game. I think this is just going to be another wild ass shootout. I think. I hope. What do I call it? Golden Corral. Everybody eats. I could see them all having some value this week.
All right. Yeah. I mean, fire up both those guys. Any deeper options there? I mean, are you going against Drake or Chase? Probably not.
No.
Any deeper options? You firing up some Kirk or some Larry Fitz?
Kirk. I like Kirk a lot.
Damage. Yeah.
Larry Fitz scoring a touchdown tonight?
No, but he'll probably drop something that'll lead to a touchdown.
Oh, that'll never happen again.
I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, man, he must be like so blown to like have that whole like sequence happen. He's probably thinking like, you know what? It's probably my time to go. It's not. The team isn't dependent on me anymore.
He looked at Kingsbury and said, "There's a fucking glitch in the matrix. I just dropped a ball that led to an interception. The other team scored a touchdown, and then we scored a touchdown right back. Obviously, there's something wrong in the programming here. Like it was just a freak occurrence. One, he gets a drop, and then 2, like I don't know, like the percentage, like the win percentage. You know how they talk about like, oh, Aaron Rodgers had like a 4% win percentage or something going into that drive or something like that. Like those numbers had to be all over the place on that those last 2 drives between the Bills and the Cardinals. So yeah, Larry Fitz, thank you for the drama. We're not starting you though tonight in fantasy.
No,
so, sorry, sir. Cannot make a dollar holler on your name. Emron, you already mentioned you're on the over 57 points. Can we hit it, Nick?
yes.
Oh, gosh, it's so hard to say no, but I'm gonna say it. I'm a little less high on the Seahawks being able to push this number. Now, like I said, this line is deceiving. The Seahawks are favorites coming off of 2 losses. Russ Wilson's like literally career low games, up against the Rams and the Bills. So yeah, I'm betting against the Seahawks. I'm betting that they score, anywhere from 20 to 24. But I don't think that the Cardinals have to, blow it up. I don't think they have to score in the 40s. So might come close. Give me like a 52, a 48, 49. I don't think we're hitting it though.
Yeah, I think though that with the Seahawks, like the Cardinals defense isn't all that great. So I mean, they're not quite as bad, but I mean, it's got its vulnerabilities as well. So I think we see a very similar game. I could see like a game into the high 20s, like or early 30s. So I see it happening. I just think neither defense is that good. The Rams defense is slightly better than the Cardinals with Ramsey and Donald, but the Cardinals is okay. But I think Russ can do some damage.
The Arizona Cardinals have Budda Baker, who's actually in the race for Defensive MVP of the Year. So he is actually earning his contract out of nowhere. So I think that
really come out of nowhere though.
It seriously, I knew who Budda Baker was when he was drafted and stuff, but I did not hear that he was like.
Actually, I think the fun fact with him was he didn't have an interception coming into this year.
Yeah,
the highest paid safety in the NFL doesn't have an interception.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense, but I mean, finally, Steve Keim of Arizona did actually something good. But I think Budda Baker will factor in, but that's going to be like towards like bracketing DK and stuff like that.
Instead of playing Isaiah Simmons, like a top 10 pick, they just gave him the helmet and they're like, "Hey man, just go coach the guys." I don't know what the hell is going on there.
It's just so confusing to me. It's just
Jordan Hicks, linebacker, is doing really well. Hassan Reddick has been doing pretty well too. Who I thought that would have been supplemented by Simmons, but he's been doing pretty well, so I think they got a good product there.
Yeah, and I feel like with Simmons, I mean, he's a top 10 pick, but I mean,
he's not playing at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Like at all.
You have to have packages with him, with his speed or something. Put him in the nickel.
Give him something.
There's something he can do, man. There's something he can do for that defense.
I absolutely agree. I don't know why he's being underused. I saw in one of my IDP leagues, like we added a keeper to the IDP league this year so that you can keep a defensive player. Yeah, it was great. So I guess that's why he's holding on to him, but I really don't understand. The dude's like recording a point. He's recorded a point in like, I don't know, however many games they played, 9, 10 games.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Shouting out the chat, Donnie Knox saying he's a big Budda Baker fan. John Reed, or not John Reed, he didn't mention Steeler Nation. Someone else did.
That's
Michael Emerson.
Yep, my buddy Mike.
Mike,
Mike.
Thank you for stopping by. Steelers are looking fit. Going to be driving home another win this week. I believe they're playing the Jags. Cam checking in. Good evening, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Cam?
Picked off Russ to basically end the game last time. Really?
Isaiah Simmons did, yeah.
Oh, no shit. Well, there you go. Thanks, Cam. Great reference, bud. Appreciate that. They should use him more still. What the fuck?
Oh, absolutely.
Obviously, we make one play. He gets out there and makes one play.
The one time they let him play, what happens?
Literally, I was toting this dude up as old dude's replacement. Why is his name not coming to me? No, for the Panthers. Well, he just retired. Luke Kuechly. I was about to say Kennard. Watching too much basketball news.
He just got traded.
Kennard did?
Yeah.
Watching too much basketball news past couple of days. Yeah, I thought he was going to for sure supplant him. They got a defensive tackle instead. He slips to the Cardinals, and bye-bye, Isaiah. It is what it is. We're getting a little off track, though. Just wanted to shout out the chat. Bryce, you're in there too. Steeler Nation, dropping it in. Let's go. They're going to be 9-0 this week. Nick is sharing that's just popped up from the other page. That's all right. I got you. All right, let's jump over to some props for this game. I already am low on the Russ Wilson props, so I'll start there. Russ Wilson, 311.5 passing yards. I'm going to say the under.
Give me the over. I think he's going to have some shots today.
Some shots.
I'm gonna go the under here, not by a lot. Like I could see Russ having 300, but that extra 15, I'm just like, I think they're gonna run a little bit more tonight.
I think they will with Hyde back. They have another body there essentially to just hand the ball off to. They got it done with Alex Collins. I was saying they didn't feed Alex Collins the ball enough. So I think they tried.
I think Alex Collins is a dog, dude.
He only got 7 carries.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like he's kind of like not getting enough respect, but enough respect to get a jersey. So I don't know. It's weird. I like him when he runs. He runs really hard. He's like Marshawn Lynch light, to be honest.
Jesus is in the chat. He said, he's like, Kevin is actually a football fan, just so we know. Sir, he's renounced his fandom. He was a free agent. Joe Burrow called, and Kevin's answering the call.
They made a deal.
So fun fact for you guys: Mike, Bryce, myself, Jesus, and Kevin are all in the league together. So
you about to drop the standings? You're not about to drop the standings?
This is a league where I took pounds.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, well,
only someone told you to do something different.
Yeah. Should take it fucking down. God. But it's okay.
You got him out somewhere else.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right,
It took 8 weeks to get some value out of him, though. That was the tough part.
Who, Dalvin?
Yeah.
It was there. It just wasn't a home run. Like even in the not the Bears game, he didn't score a touchdown, but the next game he scored 2. And I think the game after that he scored 2.
Mm-hmm.
This year or last year?
This year.
He only played the Bears once this year.
He's played them twice. Why am I getting the Lions and the Vikings confused?
No, yeah,
because they both suck.
Earlier.
Yeah, Dalvin's was pretty. Dalvin's was so solid.
Yeah.
I mean,
he played the Lions week 1.
He went God mode the last 3 weeks, but he was pretty solid the first couple of weeks.
Donnie is in a 3-way tie for first in his league.
Hell yeah!
All right, well done.
Good for him, man.
Jesus says he tells no lies.
He does not.
Honest Abe over there.
All right. Kyler Murray, 282.5. I think the over's in play here.
Yeah.
But it's still running.
The running. I'm going to go under. I see him in the 250 range, but I'm going to go the over on rushing. I'm sorry to skip ahead, but that's
no.
under here.
It's all good, and we'll definitely get to the rushing here in a minute. But yeah, I think there is some value there. The under right now is laying plus money on his yardage, for his passing yardage.
Give me.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm telling you, man, these books they're trying to be very deceptive with this game tonight. And we really got to dig in more into this whole home field advantage thing. Like, putting the favorite on just because of home field. Like, I don't know. Maybe again, this feels very deceptive. Trying to pull people to where you want them to lose their money. So, Kyler Murray passing touchdowns. Can he hit 3? Numbers at 2.
Whoa.
The total's at 57 points. So these numbers are going to be really high.
Yeah.
It all is connected.
It's got to fall in line. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all connected.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
I'm going to say 2 passing, 1 rushing.
Yeah, I'm going to say the under. I think, or a push, right? Like 2 even or under. Russ Wilson, 2.5. I'm going to say under.
I'm going to say over.
I'm going to say over. Yeah, I'll take.
They can't depend on the run game. They're going to have to be chucking the ball up. It's going to be Russ all day.
I'm going to say under because I think Rush gets at least 1 rushing touchdown.
Sorry, just responding to the chat there. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna take the under 2.5. I do think that there is going to be more opportunity for the run tonight, and I just feel like the Seahawks aren't as good as these numbers are saying. Kyler Murray, these are completions, 25.5. Can he hit it? I'm going to say under.
Under.
Yeah, I'm going to go under.
Russ Wilson, 26.5. I'm going to say under as well.
Under.
What do you got? Go over on him.
All right.
Go over.
Fair enough. Rushing yards. There's only 1 running back listed, and it's not an Arizona Cardinal. Carlos Hyde at 54.5. Give me the over.
Give me the over.
Yeah, somebody's got to run the ball.
It's too low a number, in my opinion. And, having these other guys there, Bo Scarborough and DJ Dallas, I mean, yeah, they're there, but they don't scream, potato wedge carries up the middle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Kyler Murray at 61.5. I will take the over.
Over.
61.5?
Yep.
Yeah. I like it.
Russ Wilson, 32.5. I will take. Ooh, that's a tough number there. That's a tough number. I'll take the over for Russ too.
Over.
I say he gets a couple of big ones with his legs.
I'm sorry, what? Oh, I saw Dying Nick under 25 with 300 yards. Yes, he's going to take a lot of shots.
I was going to say, you may respond.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
All right. Over to receiving yards. I'm going to start with this one I just love, and I don't know why the fuck it's so low. Maybe you guys can pull up some numbers, and it'll maybe allude to why this is. But Kenyon Drake, 6.5 yards. I'm taking the over. I don't care. Like, I don't care if he does one screen for 8 yards. Like 6.5. Like, there's got to be some.
Is the money even or?
Yeah, it's even. It's minus 114 both ways. Give it to me.
Is he hurt? Like,
no, he's good.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah, I'm taking that. So that's where I started. Andy Isabella, 17.5. Can you hit it? I'm gonna say one play.
Yeah.
Sarah checking into the set. Good evening, miss.
Sup, Sarah?
Hi, Sarah.
Christian Kirk, 51.5. I will take the over.
Give me the over.
Over.
Yep.
Definitely
DK Metcalf, 82.5. If I'm going with
Under.
my man Nick here, I'm going with the under. Emron's there too.
Not by a lot, though.
Under.
I think he'd be like 60, 70. So he has an okay game, but.
Right on. DK Metcalf, or I'm sorry, I just said DK Metcalf. DeAndre Hopkins, 89.5.
Over.
It's got to be, right? Like,
Drop the nuke.
It just has to be. You don't drop bombs, you drop nukes on bitches. Let's go.
Hey.
Greg Olson, 22.5.
Under.
I'll take the over. Fuck it.
Yeah, I will too. I don't like it though.
Yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable about it. Larry Fitz, 35.5. I'll take the under.
35.5. Give me the over.
35.5.
35.5.
I'm gonna go in the under because I have a big games for Hoop, Hop, and Kirk. I think Fitz is like a little quiet 3 for 30 game.
Nice. Excuse me. Tyler Lockett, 68.5. I'll take the over.
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 Will Disley at 12.5 yards. I will take the over.
That's too
Over.
low. Over.
Yeah, it's way too low. Got to keep Hop under 89.5. Emmy has him against me. Yeah, good luck with that, bud. Good luck with that, bud. All right, finishing off here with the props. We got receptions. Carlos Hyde, can he hit 3?
No.
No.
That's not gonna be his role tonight. No.
Yeah. Chase Edmonds, 3.5. I'm going to take the over.
Yep.
Over.
Christian Kirk, 4.5. I will take the under.
Over.
4.5.
Over.
DK Metcalf, 5.5. I'll take the under.
5.5. Give me the under. I think he's gonna get 4.
Yeah, he can get 5 and he's still be under. I'm good with that.
D Hop, 7.5. I'll take the under. I'll take 7.
High. That's under.
Yeah,
Take 7.
Under. Yeah, it's 7. I'm fine with 7.
Greg Olson, 2.5.
Does he get 3? I say over. Yeah,
Under
I
2.
went over for his yard, so I think he would get 3 catches.
Yeah, I'll take 3 catches. I don't hate that. Larry Fitzgerald, 4. Can he hit 5?
No.
No. Under.
Sorry, Larry. Tyler Lockett, 5.5. Can he hit 6?
Yes.
I'll say yes as well.
They'll have 8.
I think you're onto something there.
Yep, I'm with you.
All right, sounds good. You want to pull up Thrive?
Yeah, let me get it up real quick. Oh, they signed me out.
You want to go over your DFS then, Nick?
Yep.
Yeah, just go ahead and pull up your DFS lineup. I just threw it on the screen. Give us a little breakdown of your options here.
All right, so
Who you're liking.
this one of my lineups, I got Tyler Lockett as my captain because I said DK got shut down by Patrick Peterson. So every time people are high on DK and like, oh, Megatron and this stuff and that, Tyler Lockett comes in and just shits on the party. So I got him as my captain. Jacob Hollister, he was a real cheap option, so I can get higher options down the lineup. And then I have D-Hop, Christian Kirk, David Moore. He's kind of like a random third, fourth receiver that's been getting touchdowns, some long shots. And then Russell Wilson to stack with all of my receivers. And then my other lineup, I got D-Hop. This is one that's actually on the screen. So I got D-Hop as the captain, Will Disley, Carlos Hyde, Christian Kirk, David Moore, and Kyler Murray. So I'm just really spreading it out, just trying to, make sure I try and get as many people. I mean, I'll do like sometimes 10 cents a lineup, and I'll do like 8 lineups and still not hit everybody that gets a touchdown. So it's really just trying to spread out the risk.
Okay, sounds good. What else you got, Imran? Well, for the Thrive, you got that pulled up?
No, it won't sign me in. Try to see if I can sign on the machine.
Okay, I got you. Give me 1 second here.
Hi, Allie. Thank you for watching.
Are they on the other page?
No, they're on Take It to the Hizzy. I just went to your page where Doodles and Eric were, and I told them to head on over to the Take It to the Hizzy page so that they can hang out with everybody.
It was just saying something about the Facebook being down or something like that. I don't know.
What?
Yeah, Eric messaged me. He's like, which chat do you guys check? which one's more active? I was like, it was like, for what? We check them all. I forgot to add a LOL, so he thought I was upset.
We checked them all. Get there, please. Unreal.
You see the stream on Facebook?
Yeah, there we go. No, for some reason it was popping up on my screen that we were having connection errors to Facebook, whatever.
Yeah, I just got live interrupted. Let me just refresh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just refreshed too.
Yeah, if you're seeing all that, jump over to YouTube. For some reason, the Facebook is appearing to be down. I'm not sure what's going on.
I think we're back now.
Okay, whatever. Little technical difficulties there. The book's being difficult, we'll say.
Fucking Zuckerberg.
Yeah, fucking Zuck. Always pissing me off. I swear to God. When can we vote him out? Unreal. Okay, where do you guys want to jump? You want to go into injury report first?
Sure.
All right. So, looking at some guys that were out today, yesterday. Just taking it from the top here. Today, Clyde Edwards-Helaire does not practice for the Chiefs. Just an illness. But realistically, with all these illnesses this year, like you could have a migraine, you could be just running a fever, and they're sending your ass home. So I don't think it's really anything to worry about too much. Just something to follow. It doesn't sound like it's anything COVID related, but when you're sick, they send your ass home now. That's 2020. That's where we're at. Don't need to worry about anything there. No Lev Bell, not propping him up just yet. We'll get back to you on Sunday on Clyde Edwards. I'm betting he's back in practice tomorrow. Same thing for T. Higgins. Did not practice today. Illness. Pretty much everything I just said about Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Same goes for Higgins. Just follow him into tomorrow. Adam Humphries does not practice today. Still in concussion protocol. You guys still firing up Corey Davis on all cylinders?
They play the Ravens this week, so it's a tough matchup. Unless you have a better option, unless he's the best option, I probably wouldn't go with him.
Yeah, I'm okay starting him still. AJ Brown's kind of taking a little bit of a dip for me.
A lot of drops too.
A lot of drops
lately.
Yeah. Corey Davis, his brother just passed away. Got to feel like there's still some emotions riding there. So he's actually lower on the list. He was out of practice today, but it doesn't sound like anything serious. So follow Corey Davis going into Sunday. Not too much to worry about him there. But Humphries, someone that you could potentially add back onto your team, once he does clear protocol. I think that he will, carve up some touches once he actually does get back. His production wasn't that bad when he was there, when he was fully healthy. You guys seen the video of him getting clocked? It's a rough hit. It's a rough hit. It's very Austin Collie-esque, if you will.
Austin Collie.
It's very Austin Collie-esque. Oh, Humphrey was going across the middle, Collie territory. He got lit.
That's how what Peyton Manning used to do to Austin Collie. My God,
what he would do to anybody. I've not listen to interviews the way that he would talk to people, and just he would literally point to the sideline, like, "Yep, you're over there. You're retired now. You never touching the field again. Just get off my field."
So, are we still having the Facebook issue, or
yeah,
is this going to be down?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be down for the show. I'm not sure what the issue is, but we're still riding strong here. We're good.
Yeah, I'll just let the folks know.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Alan Lazard, he made it back to practice the past couple of days for the Packers. So someone that you need to be looking to also add in your leagues if he's going to be available. Definitely worth the bench stash. Has a good connection with A-Rod. This week Devontae Adams, I believe, is also out of practice. He was, there was a ankle injury. Did not practice today. Any concern for you guys there?
No.
Okay, well, I would be if I owned Devontae Adams. Doesn't sound like you guys do.
No, I don't. But it's
star treatment.
I feel like he's been hurt all year.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, he's missed games. He's
missed games, but he's still I don't really think he's been 100% at all, and he's still been killing it. And I guess the Colts. I mean, they're an okay defense, but I mean, who else is Rogers?
That's true. We'll see
as long as he's active. Yeah, I don't
see if we get Lazard back. He could be activated off IR any day. Same thing for Adams, but. There could be some more value for one of those other receivers there if Adams is sidelined or short snapped this week. Kamara also did not practice today or yesterday with a foot issue. Anything to talk about here, or just star rest?
Hopefully it's just star rest. That's somebody I have a lot of stock in. So and especially with Breeze out now, I think you'll definitely need to make sure he's healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. If Kamara is not there this week, everyone needs to back the fuck off of Jameis Winston and all the Jameis talk, okay? If Kamara is not there 100%, do not fire up Jameis Winston this week. I'm just forewarning you, okay? He tried to overload Mike Thomas with targets. It wasn't working. He needs Kamara. The whole team needs Kamara. The fact that he needs a rest on his foot is crazy. It should be for his back, for carrying this whole team.
Yep.
Next up, Calvin Ridley. He was limited the past couple of days, but the team has made a point to state that he is not improving. Are you guys ready to fire him up this week?
Until they tell me on Sunday he's not playing, I'm keeping him in my lineups, and then I'm just going to freak out on Sunday.
He was out the last game. Feels like they are not trying to rush him back. Definitely a situation to follow. You want to get some really good news about him before starting him in your lineup. Just that he's going to be active, just that he's starting is not enough for me because that team, it's not in win now mode. He doesn't. What do they need to play for? What do they need to start him for? So if you just hear news like, oh yeah, Calvin Ridley's active, I'm not firing him up. Like I want to hear something good, especially when they literally release an article on their own webpage saying like, yeah, he's not. It's not looking good. He's not improving. So just something to follow. But you want to hear better than like so news.
I heard it was what was that thing? It's the bone that John Allen broke in his foot. I forgot what it was called. Not the plantar fasciitis, but it's a small bone in your foot. And when you have that kind of contact, it's like the same pressure that is when you have your foot ran over by a car. Oh, and it's just like a small bone that is used to keep your foot stable. But if you break it, your foot's basically useless. So that's what I heard. I forgot what the bone is. I'll figure it out. But he's not improving. And when I saw his foot like hit the ground like this, that was like my first thought. I was like, that little bone is not going to survive that impact.
You said it was broke. Yep. You said dude broke his fucking foot.
Yeah, and sure enough, he basically did. Yeah. So.
All right, so tread lightly, Calvin Ridley, okay? Yep. DeAndre Swift, he is in concussion protocol, not likely to play in Week 11.
That just popped up yesterday.
Yeah, so Kerryon Johnson, AP. Which way you guys going?
Kerryon or AP? I'm going to go AP.
It's Matt Patricia.
I'm going to play Contrarian and go carry on. Carry on. Yeah, why not? Give me some carry on. Give me like 4 or 5 catches for carry on. Finds the end zone. AP won't. My stand. I'm going to make it.
There.
Kenny Galladay. He's full participant. Past 2 days. Kenny Galladay.
I need him back for our bet.
He's back. He has one.
Huh?
He has 1 touchdown, doesn't he?
2.
Oh, he has 2. Fuck.
What?
Why can't Mike Thomas give me a touchdown?
Jeez. You have Mike Thomas. I thought Nick's got Hopkins.
No, Nick's got.
I got Hopkins.
Hopkins at what, 4 now?
Yeah, something like that.
How the fuck didn't I pick Adam Thielen? Or Mike Evans?
John Reed was asking Stafford or Winston this week. Who do they have, the Lions?
Panthers.
Man, Panthers are not going to be looking good with Bridgewater and CMC out. We'll get to that in a bit, but yeah.
Ooh, give me Stafford.
Yeah, give me Staff.
Give me the Staff infection.
Dang, that's awful.
Follow him though, because I'm getting up to him soon. He's got a thumb issue. Looks like he's good to go, but again, something you got to follow. Mark Ingram did not practice today. Thank goodness. Hopefully they were able to get shit done. I mean, they weren't able to get things done with him against the Patriots, so hopefully they got some real work in today. There's no injury relation to this sit. So he had an ankle injury last week. Is it just rest?
I hope so.
I hope not. I hope he's hurt. I hope he's hurt and he sits down.
Yeah.
Detrimental to the running game. I'm sorry.
No, so yeah, I'm thinking they're just trying to rest them up. That's another team we'll probably talk about later, but they're just
they need him for sure.
They're looking very mortal,
but they do not need Mark Ingram from 2020. They need 2019 Mark Ingram like yesterday.
Yep,
and he's not walking through that door, so we got problems. And Gus Edwards is not evolving to Mark Ingram 2019. So again, I digress.
That's unfortunate.
Drew Lock, full participant Thursday. Not the greatest news around him recently. I'm seeing stuff like, Denver's going after somebody else in the draft. Lock's not getting it done. Could sit Week 11. Practice isn't full today. I mean, he's human, right? He's like still getting rolling. He didn't have a full season last year. Hurt this year. Didn't have all the weapons.
And that's the thing I don't understand the NFL, man. They're so quick to hop off a quarterback. Last year in his rookie year, 4-1 in the 5 games he played. The only loss, to the Chiefs, right? This year, he played week 1, missed a month with an injury. Just got back, had a couple good games, had some bad games. It's a young quarterback, man, and it's just this is why they never develop because teams are just so quick to hop off. They're missing their number 1 receiver, right? Everybody knows that this year. Let him at least finish out the season and see what we got, right?
And he hasn't looked that bad. I mean, the last game it was bad, right? The Raiders,
that's a young quarterback,
right? Yeah, but the Raiders defense, it's not great, and Locke should have showed up for that. Could have been banged up.
He had a couple of red zone interceptions.
He made Eric Harris AFC Defensive Player of the Week, coming out of nowhere with 2 interceptions.
They played so bad. They got, the Raiders went up and parked the bus with Devin Booker scoring 2 touchdowns. Come on. It's that bad when the backup running back is putting 2 up on you. Come on, do better. It was just a bad game from the Broncos in its entirety. I mean, I said to bench Melvin Gordon for Philip Lindsay last week. Melvin Gordon didn't do shit, but if he didn't do shit, then my God, Lindsay was just a fly in that poop. I mean, my goodness, it was really bad.
I was disappointed with Lindsay last week for sure.
The whole offense, I expected that to be.
I think Jerry Jeudy was probably their most fantasy relevant player, and I had him on my bench. Yeah.
He wasn't even in that fantasy relevant.
It was like 7 points, like 4 catches.
And the Raiders defense, that's one that will give up some points. So I was really disappointed with what I saw with the Broncos, but we'll move on. Yeah,
absolutely. Noah Fant looks like he's going to be good to go. He was limited the past couple of days, but the coaches and the staff have said enough. He's good for week 11. Don't worry about him. Joe Mixon, again, still not practicing. May he rest in peace. If he's still on your bench, obviously keep him there. Fire up Gio Bernard this week. There's really not much to it. I don't know when this dude's coming back, but he is not going to be a championship team, or he's not going to be on championship teams. I just don't see it happening. If you had to spend a first round pick on this guy, it's going to be tough to recover.
What are we going to be at now? 3 games in a row?
No, it's more than that.
Well, they had a bye in there too, so I think it might be a month off. But I think game-wise, I think it might just be 3.
Well, it's a foot issue. He's got to run on those. It's a problem. So like,
if you had Gio Bernard, good.
Well, yeah, you need that. That was a lock. That was a cuff that you needed to have for this season. At first, I was thinking Madison was going to be one of those guys, but Cook came back in an incredible fashion, put that shit to sleep.
Yeah.
Definitely fire up some Gio Bernard this week. Joe Mixon, God bless you, sir. Who else we got here? Jack Doyle. He's practicing in full. He is still in the protocol with the Colts and concussion protocol, but I think he's going to make it onto the field in week 11 because Mo Ali Cox was limited. He's not looking great for week 11. So fire up some Jack Doyle, and hate saying this week in and week out, but Trey fucking Burton. Fire him up. If you can't hear the somber in my voice, then I don't know what to tell you how I feel about Trey Burton.
Yeah.
Duke Johnson back to practice. Had an illness yesterday. Kind of similar CEH and Higgins. Back in the field today, going to be good to go for week 12. Doesn't look like DJ is going to suit up. Give me all of Duke Johnson this week. Sammy Watkins, he's back. Looks like he'll be returning in week 11. Not like the Chiefs really missed him that much. Does this hurt Hill? Does this hurt Kelsey, guys?
No.
I don't know. Like those big numbers that Kelsey and Hill put up those past couple games, I have to feel we're gonna knock those down a little bit. Just a little bit.
If anything, I think it affects McCole Hardman the most.
Yeah, and DeMarcus Robinson.
Yeah, but Mecole Hardman and those guys haven't been burning down the box score. They're getting theirs. Like they're adding their little sprinkles in.
But that's the role Watkins had. He's not the primary. It's Kelsey, and then
he's not even the second guy.
He's not even the.
But he gets primary snaps. He stays like he's not a timeshare guy like with Hardman and Robinson off and on and off with each other. He has his own role. So I have to feel like he's going to dip into there. And realistically, to me, we just didn't see fucking Hill and Kelsey throw up these crazy ass numbers like they did before the bye when Watkins was there. That's all I take from it. Rashad Perriman going to be back in the lineup for the Jets in week 11. Sam Darnold is not, so fuck all the Jets. Tua, he came up on the injury report yesterday with a foot issue. I think it's nothing to be worried about.
Hopefully.
If they are, they have someone very capable there to take the helm.
Do they?
Somebody they got
some guy from Harvard.
When was the last time he won a game?
Oh, when was the last time he lost a game? That's a better question.
Yeah.
When was the last time he lost a game? Also for the Dolphins, Matt Breida practicing in full. Shout out Nick
he's still on the team.
Yeah. Shout out to Nick in the Salvin Ahmed ad or article whatever. Yeah, I mean we're all full steam ahead with some Salvin Ahmed, but is Matt Breida going to come back and just throw one in our face this week?
No.
It would be it would just be the purest fantasy football thing to do.
Yeah, I don't see Breida doing anything. I mean, he was second on the team in total rushes for the season, but it's very mediocre, subpar rushing average. He's really done absolutely nothing.
He's been bad.
Salvin Ahmed, he actually had 21 rushes, which was one off of the lead for the season. And I think it was Myles Gaskins had 22. So Brian Flores loves his young running backs. I'm not really sure why Breida's there because we were all really high on him for some reason. It was basically Howard or Breida, and now both of them, Howard's not even on a team.
I was team Breida.
Yeah, and Breida hasn't done anything this season. So I'm all in on Salvin Ahmed until Myles Gaskins gets back, but it doesn't seem like he's coming back anytime soon with the injury.
He is at minimum 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's on the short-term IR.
Yeah, but still, even when he comes back, he's got to clear. Like, he's got to be right.
And I think with Flores, the way he's building this team, he wants his guys, if he's got these young guys that are promising, he's going to ride them out. We kind of know what Matt Breida is, right? We knew
he's rocking Adam fucking Shaheen right now. He's making Adam Shaheen a thing. Good God. It's a very next man up group.
They gave him an extension. When they gave Adam Shaheen an extension, I was like, oh, fuck my life.
Yeah, it's just brutal. But yeah, I mean, we're all full steam ahead with Salvin Ahmed, Matt Breida. If you throw one in our face this week, I will not forget. I will not forget Matt Breida. Zach Ertz back at practice. I don't believe he's activated off of the IR yet, but he is practicing. So Zach Ertz owners, be happy, get happy. I'm thinking in a week, maybe 2, he's going to be back riding out the season. Eagles are getting right. They're getting healthy. Jerry Jeudy limited the past couple of days with an ankle injury. Last week he was held out of practice for a shoulder injury, so this is something new. Definitely follow him into Sunday very hard. I didn't start him last week. I started Darnell Mooney over Jerry Jeudy last week. Fucking Bears.
He had a fucking quarterback. It would have been a good play. But
yeah. It was a ceiling.
digress.
It was a ceiling play. Like it was mid matchup. There was. We really liked the balance of the games this past week.
Yep.
And because there were so many more back end games, I was able to see more of like my matchup, and I could see the writing on the wall. I needed more points than I knew Jerry Jeudy was going to give me. He gave me 7. But probably like an hour before the game, I took him out for Darnell Mooney, and I was like, man, Mooney's more likely to get a touchdown. They can't even run the ball.
Yeah.
Lamar Miller hadn't even been activated to the roster yet. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm gonna fire up Darnell Mooney for sure, right? Jeudy doesn't do anything, but god damn, Mooney kicked me in the basement. Neither one of them was going to win me my matchup. But point is with Jeudy, it's a new injury. Got to follow him in. I'm not excited about telling you to start him this week with a brand new injury. And with Locke banged up, the inefficiencies from last week, I'm just not there right now. So right now, Judy's a strong sit candidate for me.
Yeah, they're playing that tough Dolphins defense.
I saw how the Dolphins defense had it's called an amoeba defense, and it was wild how they were freaking Justin Herbert out. You can literally see like the body language of him just be like, what the hell am I facing right now? And then he just like throws the ball away. I think Brian Flores is starting to come on as one of the top defensive minds in the league,
Absolutely.
in the new league of the NFL, about passing offense and all that stuff. So I'm hopeful for Miami and their new up and coming team.
Yeah, 6-3. They're going to the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah, they're 6-3. Actually, hold on. They're fighting for that division. They're one game behind Buffalo. Yeah, they're a damn good team.
So, Nick, you remember how you're always getting locked out of your Twitter accounts for, following people and unfollowing people and all that stuff?
No.
Yeah. Facebook done fucking shut me down.
What?
Yeah, they done shut me down. I'm getting back live right now. But, man, I have never, ever.
That's why the stream stopped.
Yeah, that's why the stream's down. I got shut down by the book. Zuckerberg, I'm coming for you.
For what?
I don't know.
Before we get back on the Facebook and talk bad about their creator, I saw a picture of Mark Zuckerberg and the iRobot next to each other, basically brothers.
Yeah, I could see it. Was iRobot with the one with the kid?
No, iRobot's with the
that's AI. That's AI. I'm thinking of that one.
Allen Iverson?
No, not that AI. Not that AI. Man, I don't think they liked my password before. It was like "fuck you" something.
Man, it's weird.
Thank you.
That's what mine was.
It's weird how after the legalization of gambling in Maryland has occurred, we are running into a bunch of issues with Facebook, and it's just like, dude, we should have had these issues already sussed out before this crap happened, and now it's legal. You're like, oh, now you guys can't do this. It's like, dude, get out of here with this crap. Like,
yeah, you guys literally shut me down live stream. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. We're gonna have words.
I'm gonna take my business to Twitch.
Yeah, I mean,
thank you, sir.
I just wanted to see what was, what was.
I said
up
good
here.
day.
Like, just making me go back and like confirm all the shit that I liked and all this other stuff. It's so dumb, man. Like, sorry to get off topic here, but it's so silly.
Man, we be hustling lately, and Facebook doesn't really like the people and the stuff that we're doing, so we're gonna keep on trucking.
Yeah, we're not selling drugs here, Facebook. Like, Jesus Christ, like
we're peddling numbers right now. That's all we're doing.
I mean, my IP address isn't coming from Moscow. Like, what the fuck?
We're actually in the middle of the ocean. We're coming from Atlantis, actually.
Russ Wilson taken down for a sack. First play of the game. Defensive line.
Blackson.
Pushing forward.
Remember
jerseys.
Remember Robert and how do you spell
Robert and Kimdichie?
Yeah, man, I thought that guy was going to be the truth coming out, man, because he was
so
and man, I remember he had that story where he like did like some fake weed or something and had a huge trip, and it just kind of was downhill from there. But man, I was really pumped when he went to Arizona.
What was that stuff that would make you fucking laugh like crazy? It would like you would smoke it and then like because it was fake. I can't remember what it was. It would make you laugh maybe I don't remember. Try this
a synthetic thing or something.
It was. I was really young.
Oh, like, Greg Olsen right there got one catch for what is that?
Nice.
10 yards.
Solid.
Yeah, I remember being a young kid and I smoked this stuff with my friends and I was laughing a lot and that was about it. But like one of my buddies was like drinking like a soda from Shell. It like was like falling out of his mouth. Like he couldn't keep it in his mouth.
A little worrisome.
Yeah, right. Like,
never again.
Day,
everyone's too worried about to.
Carlos Hyde just got a reception. Unbelievable. What is this?
Let's go, Carlos Hyde.
I don't get.
Let's go, Carlos Hyde.
I don't
move
get
the chains.
Tito says, "Sup guys? Sup Tito? Thank you for tuning in. He's an Eagles fan.
Where's Tito at?
Tito Grandos and on YouTube.
Yep, that's my guy.
Now
Tito.
that YouTube doesn't want to come up, god damn.
YouTube's working. I'm watching us right now, man.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to find in the chat though. Like I'm trying to see the comments on my side. Every time you say that, I'm thinking like it's about to like shut down on me here. But Seahawks, they just got a first down just inside their own 40. Let's see what they can do here. Russ 2 for 2, 19 passing yards. Gonna run it. Carlos Hyde on outside run. Good little run. 8, 9 yards. Nice. Pretty solid. There it is. Sup guys, Eagles. Shout out Tito, trying to get that hoodie. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Appreciate you.
See you, my guy Rodrigo, also hopping in the chat. Mm-hmm. Appreciate seeing you, Rodrigo. Thank you, sir. Yep.
Thanks for everybody for stopping in. This is a good time as the game starts to share out the stream, pound the like button, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you already haven't. Let's see. Second down, Russ, handoff to Hyde. Has a problem with the handoff there.
I saw that.
But he gets it
like a baby.
He got it, though. Oh, he was very protective.
Yeah, that thing was high and tight, Tiki Barber style.
Yeah, he was about to drop that, though. Bringing up 3rd and 4. As they do, let's touch in on some recent news here. Cam Akers looks like he is very close to closing in on Darrell Henderson's workload. I believe he led the team in carries last week, but was the only running back to not find the end zone. Bullshit. Bullshit, McVay. Do better. Come on now. Akers. He's like, I mean, if there's someone more deserving, my God, come on. The dude's just been waiting.
You know. It was what, a 3rd round draft pick by the Rams?
No, they're 2nd. Yeah.
I don't get what these teams do. They keep drafting these running backs high and they don't use them.
Or was it 1st? I think did they go Van Jefferson?
First. Yeah, Van Jefferson might have been 1st.
Okay, and then
actually, let me see.
It may have been the other way around.
Yeah. Cam Akers was drafted in the 2nd round. No, he was drafted in 3rd.
Okay.
Round.
Well, while we try to figure this out, 1st, 2nd, goddamn 3rd for Cam Akers. It looks like things are going well for him right now. It looks like he's going to be seeing some better days ahead. I'm expecting more touches. I drafted Cam Akers in the 2nd round of my fantasy draft. Maybe that's what it was. It's a keeper league, guys. Don't shoot.
I was going to have some questions.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a keeper league. A lot of guys going.
So the Rams did have 2 2nd-round picks because I think they got one for the Brandon Cooks trade.
I got you.
So they were both 2nd-round picks.
I got you. And that pick right after, I was able to take Kareem Hunt. So that just shows you how people were looking in that draft. Yeah, I went. What was it? Dalvin Cook, Cam Akers, Kareem Hunt. Yeah, and I already had DJ Shark and Tyreek Hill. Those are my keepers. So not
bad keepers.
It could have been better. I was kind of kicking myself in the dick for not keeping Mark Andrews over DJ Shark, but I think it's
Mark Andrews has been killing me this year, man.
It's kind of leveled out, right? Like he has the touchdowns, but Shark has
yardage.
Catches, but yeah, it's whatever.
Deep shots.
But yeah, Akers closing in on that role. I'm excited about it. I really am. To me, it really just hypes him up for next year more. Like right now, like in your fantasy season, you got 3 weeks left before the playoffs.
He might be a piece, like a flex piece.
Yeah, absolutely. Going forward, I don't have their schedule right in front of me. Tyler Lockett looking good in that play.
Bang, bang.
But definitely a name that you need to be checking out if you already haven't. We mentioned him the other day for waivers, so definitely follow him going forward. I'm lower on Darrell Henderson. Malcolm Brown's the red zone guy for me. But up and down the field, I think Akers is going to continue to burn out more of a role for himself. For the Panthers, man, what do you guys think about these guys this week? Like, are you ready to sit Roby? Are you ready to sit DJ Moore? I mean,
DJ Moore, yes. Roby, no. And Curtis Samuel, no.
Okay, all right. I just don't know. I don't know. Like, who do we trust to even quarterback there? Like, is Philip Walker like a home run for you? Like,
Yeah,
they haven't even said they haven't even announced him as a starter though. They're saying Will Greer has a shot to play.
Because it's weird because they invested a fairly high pick in Will Greer a couple years ago. I think that last year he was a 3rd-round pick from West Virginia. And then PJ Walker was the star of the XFL. So it's I don't know what they're going to do, but I mean, unfortunately, like it's one of those things. Like, okay, you bench DJ Moore, like who are you starting ahead of him? It's just it's one of those things.
Yeah.
You might just have to bite the bullet and say, I just don't know what's happened. I don't know who you have on the bench.
Right,
who would have like a little bit more upside. It's just one of those.
I mean, maybe
you don't feel good about it.
Maybe you're stuck, but you know what? I hear all the fucking time from these people when I say, "Oh yeah, you got to start Chase Claypool every week, right?" And then someone's like, "Well, I have Adam Thielen and I have DK Metcalf and I have Tyler Lockett and I have DeAndre Hopkins." Like, okay, well, I don't play an 18 league, so okay, sorry, So yeah, it's tough, right? Like in a lot of leagues, I feel like DJ Moore and Roby could be benched, but 12-team, 14-team leagues, there's probably a lot of situations where you're stuck. You just have to. If you have the opportunity, if you have the leverage, I am saying to bench DJ Moore and Roby Anderson this week. Even Mike Davis was held in check. Mike Davis would probably be the guy that I would want to start there. The Lions defense, it's not great up front. Their secondary is pretty good. It's pretty good. So I'm not high on DJ and Roby this week. Akuda's has had some value, and if there's a good part about their defense, it's their secondary.
Yeah.
Man, really wish Teddy Bridge the best though. Hope he gets back soon.
Having a really good year.
I'm glad to see him coming back after everything he's been through, after losing his spot in Minnesota, just because he got injured like that. I felt really bad for the guy because I actually did believe in him and I liked watching him at Louisville. I'm glad that he's come in and basically taken the team and made Carolina a contender basically.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're in it like every week now. It's great. I'm not going to try to do it. I was trying to reconnect the Facebook, but I don't want to get too distracted. Russ still on his first drive here. A lot of time in the pocket. It's breaking. Delivers to the end zone. DK touchdown.
And the over's looking good, boys.
Yes, sir.
50 more to go.
Just a billion more points still left. But first drive is always nice. DK getting that nice across the field stretch, creating some space. I like it. I'm digging it. Was on, who is it? Buddha?
Oh, man.
Step behind, bro. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a lot lot of cuts.
That definitely wasn't a designed route.
Believe me, in Madden, that route would never be finished.
Never.
Like that was a crazy route.
I think the play broke down when he saw the pocket break down. But I think this is what we were hoping for. We were talking about earlier when they moved DK off of like the starting cornerback on the other team. Russ wouldn't look for him, and the play broke down. DK saw the play breaking down. He went to the corner where he knew he would give Russ a shot, and there we go. Good start for that with the Seahawks. They needed to start fast.
No, they did. And honestly, in the past few games, they've looked good in the first half. So their first halves have not been bad. Offense in the second half has been dying, and their defense has been stepping up. It's been really weird. Like they were making plenty of stops last week in the second half on defense, but
could not do it.
Put up any points. So hopefully they keep singing this song here throughout the first half. The Seahawks. So yeah, kind of wrapping up the Panthers there. We were talking a lot about this guy on Monday, Jordan Howard. Just found a new home with the Eagles. So if you somehow
not a new home, he's coming back home.
He's coming back home. Yeah, coming back home. Going back home to the Eagles. So yeah, I think hopefully you didn't drop him. This is what we're high on here. But are you guys still good to go with Miles Sanders? I mean, you got to start him every week, but I have to imagine his perceived value is going to go down after this week, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Jordan Howard's going to go in there and take goal line carries like he did in Miami.
Yep, absolutely. That's going to be the big detriment to the Miles Sanders game. And trade season's over, most likely in your league. Like if you can still make a move, Miles Sanders might be the guy to fling here at the 13th hour. As your trade deadline is either approaching or nearly closing down to. So it's not a great spot for Miles Sanders owners going into the playoffs. I think Nick's onto something here with the goal line and the red zone touches. I do think that's going to be a real thing, but hopefully for Miles Sanders owners, they use him more in the passing game.
Yep,
that's all you can really hope for. John Reed's asking for his ticket to the Hoodie, ticket to the Hizzy Hoodie.
If I haven't gotten one, John Reed, you haven't gotten one yet.
It's not Christmas yet. Just chill.
Yeah,
out,
we got to work down the chain. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Marshall in the chat. He was a Cowboys fan, but he says he would not like a hoodie, please. It's okay, Marsh. It's okay.
Well, so you don't want an Eagles hoodie? No? You don't want somebody else? Ravens? No, I don't know. All right. Yeah. Shout out John Reed. We'll get you a hoodie someday. Time will tell. Time will tell. Let's see. Next up, how about Vegas with their defense? Like everybody's got COVID. You guys got any insights on this?
I don't know what's going on, man. And that's an organizational problem because they've had like Trent Brown, they've had Jonathan Abrams.
Like a month ago, right?
Now it's like the whole defense is out. It's just like, guys, like, are you guys even like taking this seriously? Like, I don't know. It's just sometimes it seems like certain teams just kind of walk around like everything's pretty much normal, and it's kind of not.
See, the entire defense is technically in quarantine. It's a really weird year, man. Like these teams are practicing, not practicing. That doesn't really seem to make a difference. Like, I mean, you guys are seeing the same thing? I don't really see a big difference in teams practicing versus not practicing. So
not really.
I'm ready to like kind of step off from that. Like I was really hitting hard on that with the Titans up against the Bills. Like Bills or whatever. Titans haven't practiced.
Stuck one in eye of that one.
2 weeks off.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks off. Yeah, I just didn't get it right. So this for me, I'm not putting too much stock into it. I feel like it's going to be a situation where they just get all these guys back on Saturday or the morning of or whatever. Maybe it does get flexed out. I do think that opportunity is live for their game to get flexed. So just something to keep an eye on going forward here. But it was pretty big shock to me, and I think to you guys too. Whole defense, whole side of the ball. You know, like what's one thing if you're offensive line, like you're literally protecting the product of your club, right? But the whole defense, like just phone it in.
They aren't not. It's not like every single person on defense has COVID. It's that with COVID and close contacts, everyone's in quarantine. Right. So, but yesterday I had heard this news that the whole defense was out, but they can all technically still return as long as they keep testing negative. So I guess this is kind of like the new normal now. Like I feel like we're gonna be seeing this a lot more. Yep. You're starting to see, not to digress away from football, but you are seeing a rise of cases across the United States. So I feel like that this is going to be more of a normal going into the Super Bowl. We might have a Super Bowl in March for all we know at this point. Like, I don't know. It's kind of strange.
Tito's in the chat asking about Roby Anderson or Travis Fulgham this week.
Oh, man. Good question.
That's a tough one. I literally just said to bench Roby because of the quarterback scenario. So I guess I'll go with Fulgham. I'll just chop it up to an off week, just a bad week. Who do the Eagles have on deck? Browns. Man,
oh man, he's either getting tough. Denzel Ward or Greedy Williams, and those guys are.
If Alshon Jeffrey gets more snaps,
I was gonna say I wonder if Jeffrey and Rieger can being in the lineup help out, and Goddard too.
Yeah, between those two, I'm gonna go with Travis Fulgham. I'm just gonna chop last
primarily because of the quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. And Wentz, he throws a ton.
Oh, that's a nice little catch.
Throw the flag.
Hopkins,
just throw the flag. God damn it, pissing me off. I need points from defensive player on the
Cardinals are punting. There goes the over, guys.
Yep, it's over.
The only way we were getting touchdowns every single possession.
But if I'm Pete Carroll right now, guys, can we have 14 points, please? We're gonna need it. We need 14 points, please. We need to cover. It's not looking great. All right, so let's see here. Moving on. Zeke, he's dealing with stiffness in his hammies, and the Cowboys are also getting back Andy Dalton this week. How do you guys feel about the boys in week 11?
I think that the receivers are going to become more fantasy relevant, but I don't think that it's going to result in any kind of wins. I think that the team is still going to struggle. I think if we would have seen greater offensive output with Andy Dalton before he got hurt, and it really wasn't like that. It really just kind of just kept him just above that threshold of being relevant.
I guess so. Realistically, he hasn't played well since the second half that he came on for Dak.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've seen anything positive from Andy Dalton is that second half when Dak was actually injured.
So I think that there's going to be opportunities here. Like the Cowboys, although they did lose Dak, right? Dak. They still got Cooper, still got Gallup, still got CD and Zeke. So the threats are still there. And the Vikings defense, they can be had. So I think the opportunities will be there. I agree with Nick. I don't think it's going to lead to wins, but I think they'll be more enjoyable to watch. They'll actually score.
No, it's not going to be enjoyable. Just a little bit more relevant.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Like, obviously, Danucci, he was a failure. Sorry, Dr. Danucci. Sorry, may he rest in peace. But Gary Gilbert was within 8 points of the Steelers. I'm just saying, he drove him down the field. He was a throw within tying up the game, or not tying up the game, but bringing within 2 points. could Garrett Gilbert potentially still be better than what Dalton can give them?
Not Dalton. Gilbert showed a lot in the AAF. He was part of the Memphis Express, and I mean, I kind of saw him as like, man, he should really have a shot in the NFL. And when he came in, I mean, I watched that entire Steelers Cowboys game, and I was absolutely floored on how he kept the team in the game and didn't make that many mistakes. I mean, honestly, if Zeke had a little bit better of a game, I think the Cowboys could have won the game because Zeke has kind of fallen off a little bit. And, stiff hammies, dude, you're not doing anything, man. Like I don't get why you have stiff hammies. Like, you got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to, the team's got to be able to lean on you to be able to lead them through it. And you're not being that person. You know who's actually taking their opportunity? Freaking Tony Pollard. He looks like the best runner on the team. I heard that Amari Cooper is actually like, his body language is like, oh man, I can't wait till Dak gets back. That's not a good look to have from your top wide receiver. You gotta get together. And I think Zeke, it starts with Zeke at this point, because Zeke is the guy that they need to lean on to lead them to at least a win or two. But Jerry could be packing it in and try to be getting like a top corner or something like that. So
yeah, all right. I mean, I think Gilbert is pretty much on the same pace or tone as Dalton, right? Like, he looked good up against the Steelers. Who do they got this week?
They got the Vikings, and then they have Washington on a quick week on Thursday.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't hate Gilbert playing in that game.
Oh, Ross fumble!
Wow, he didn't. He did not lose it.
He got 4 yards.
Russ, clean it up, man.
Only Russell. He fumbles it, but gains 4 yards.
Yeah, but clean it up, Russ. Jesus Christ, man. It's the first fumble in 2 weeks he hasn't lost.
Oh, that's a bad snap. Bad snap. Really bad snap.
Ouch. It's not great. The center doesn't get credited with the fumble, though, does he?
No, he doesn't.
No, he does not. That's
how
how
you started him this week.
That's how that shit goes. Let's see here. Let's take a break from some of the news. Let's jump over to your picks.
Let's go to the picks.
You want to do 5 favorites, or you just want to run through?
Let's do 5 favorites.
All right.
So one of them is this game.
Russ
mentioned earlier,
under pressure, 2nd and 7, bringing up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, and so I won't repeat it too much, but I did like the over in this game. Primarily, right, these are 2 defenses that aren't very good, 2 offenses that are very good. And the last time they played, they dropped 70 combined. And I just think the game, Seattle scored in their first series. They're moving the ball in the second one. So it's trending in a good spot right now. Hopefully it finishes out strong. Next game that I like is...
I like the over there. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you guys think?
Give me the over. I mean, we all, or I did say the under on pre-show, but right now it's definitely looking better.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll stick with the new one. Yeah. So next one I had was the Titans at the Ravens. I actually went with the Titans +7. The last couple of weeks,
I like it.
Ravens were a team that I really liked, and they're just not looking good. They just don't. I don't know what else to say.
Russ taking a sack on 3rd and 2, ending the drive.
So that'll be Cardinals ball shortly.
Yep.
But yeah, the Titans, they actually stick with the Ravens for a second. They don't look good. They just lost to the the Patriots. They who was it? The Patriots, the Steelers, and then the Chiefs. They've had 3 losses this year.
Good teams, though. Good teams.
Well, the Patriots are kind of.
I mean, the Patriots are rolling right now. They're
wins,
they're back in it, and I mean, not just the wins though. They look better. They just look
and
good. They look like they've got the fundamentals down.
Remember a couple of weeks ago we were talking about Cam, like it was the COVID result of Cam. Is that why he was not looking himself?
Maybe
it's been a little bit more time, and he's looking better. Better teams.
He really is. He really is looking better. I don't know if I'm ready to chop it up to like COVID, but the whole team in general looks a lot better. It could be the opponents, but they looked a lot better these past couple of games. And I get up against the Ravens. That's a good win. That's a real good win.
And so the Ravens are at home. They're laying 7 to the Titans. The Titans are a team that's very annoying. They don't really go away. They play really sound football. This is a rematch of the playoff game where the Titans went in and beat the shit out of the Ravens, just ran the ball. I think it's going to be a similar game. I think the Ravens may win, but I think 7 points is just too much. I don't trust the Ravens to cover 7 right now.
Yeah, touchdown. I really like it. How about you, Nick?
I see Mike Vrabel going back to the game plan that made him successful against Lamar Jackson in the first playoff game. And honestly, I think that Lamar was a little bit better than what this Lamar is right now, just because the offense is so awful. There's no vertical game. It's all rushing. You just got to keep him in front of you, and basically it'll be like, SpongeBob going against the strong winds, like trying to go through. Like it just seems like they're going for 3 yards every time. And it's just like, dude, you have so many weapons, use them. And Greg Roman isn't. So we'll see.
Yeah, I feel like the whole 3 yard thing, like they're playing for either first downs or a big play. And the big play just it's not developing, right? Like those pirouettes, we talk about them all the time that Lamar's doing right off the hut, like right off the hike. just does like a fucking spin. He's like, which way will I go? Well, you'll never know. Oh, 3 yards this way. Yeah, it's not great. They just who did they just lose? They lost. Was it Calais Campbell? Lost Calais Campbell. I think that's going to prop up some more value for Derrick Henry. So yeah, I like the Titans covering 7. I think that is too many points. I feel like when I go to place my bet on that number, that 7 will not be there.
No, I don't think so.
I'm saying 5.5 when I get to the book.
I'd still take that as long as the number's over 3 because I think that's going to be a close game.
I'm buying it to 7.
I'll go with that.
Bro, I've had some shit going down while I've been in the line. I mean, I literally get to the window. No, can't bet on that one.
West Virginia.
I know, but I keep cashing these fucking tickets in DC. What am I supposed to?
No,
they won't cash them in West Virginia.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Problem to have. So yeah, that's what we like for that game. Next one, this thing has been really kicking my ass lately. Actually, now I'm 1-on-1 on these super big spreads, right? That are double digits. Last week, the Packers, fuck the Packers, but the Jaguars took it to them the whole game. They were leading for most of it, and they covered that 14 pretty easy. The Steelers are a better team. The Steelers, again, this is one of those things you just look on paper. Who's got the better offense? Who's got the better defense? Better coach, etc. It's the Steelers by a lot. I think this is just going to 10 is I don't think it's a lot at all right now. I did see some places go to 10.5, but I think this is one the Steelers can cover, and I think that Steelers defense is going to give Jake Luton a lot of problems.
Yeah, I'm with it on there. You're taking the cover?
Yeah, Steelers minus 10.
Yeah, 10 I don't think is that bad of a number. They had 13 for the Packers. I was not very strongly, but I was trying to convince an older gentleman in the line at the book, like, hey, maybe taking the 13 isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, man, this is my money, and I'm betting it, and it's my pick. Like, all right, my bad.
Yeah,
my bad, dog.
if you guys are in the area and if you've never been to the Capital One Sportsbook, it is an adventure, and be prepared to waste 2 hours of your life in that line.
It's been a little bit better, but yeah, it's about that. It's about the hour and a half. Hour and 15, hour and 20, but every time I show up there, the place reeks of losers and weed, so I fit right in. It's a good time. Yeah, it's an experience for sure. I don't hate it just yet, just because I'm not cashing tickets.
Yeah, no, I mean I'd cash tickets every week. I can't hate that at all. We just had a question from Tito in the chat on my thoughts on the under. I'm just pulling up this on
the Titans and Ravens. It was at 49.5. I was just getting ready to make a short digression to that. I'll take the over there. I like the over.
I'm actually going to go against my policy. Normally, I'm going to take the under there. I don't trust the Ravens to score that much. I see this like a 23-20 game at the most.
I see the Titans driving that number for you, man. I see them driving that number. Oh, and by the way, in this book, +5.
Already down to +5.
Already down to +5.
Actually, let me just see.
Go get it now.
Yeah, I use this line.
Get to 7 while you can.
When I'm doing my picks and my bets, I use this app called this website called thelines.com, which I really like. It just shows you DraftKings, FanDuel, William Hale, PointsBet.
Yeah, just give you like a general.
Yeah, it's already down to +5. Everybody bought that shit down. And
you all suck. You all suck.
When I was writing this yesterday, it was +7, and at 5, I'm still fine with 5.
Killing me. As Larry Fitzgerald getting touches, taking them for a couple of yards. Seattle, they found a defense in this short week.
This is not looking good for the over right now.
It's doing stuff. Doing stuff.
We need another point there, but yeah, Tito, I personally would go with the under there. I don't know if the Ravens can drive it up. It's 49.5 now, depending on when you're going to bet. If you're going to bet today, I'd say the under. Otherwise, if you're going to bet Sunday morning, I just wait to see what it's at. Yeah.
What do you think, Nick? 49.5?
I'm gonna say the under. I see the offense for. We're talking about the Titans and Ravens, right?
Yep.
Okay, just make sure. So I see the Titans offense definitely having some firepower, but I see the Ravens offense just kind of being like outsmarted by Mike Vrabel. He seems to be a very smart coach, and he's one of the first people to actually stop Lamar Jackson. So I think he's just gonna keep it simple and just beat him at his the way he did the last time.
He definitely built a blueprint. That's for sure. He definitely set up that template how to beat Lamar and company. But Lamar, for all reasons aside, he went off in that playoff game. His numbers were beautiful. So feel good about lighting him up this week. What's the next one?
Next one we got, we're going to finish out with a couple of overs. I'm just building up the lines to see if these numbers have changed.
It's okay to go with the number you released yesterday.
I'm also just kind of curious to see, the activity. Where the fuck is it? All right, there we go. Holy shit. No, that's actually what I thought it was.
Okay.
So So this one's kind of high, but next one I have is Chiefs and Raiders. Again, last time these two teams played, they combined for nearly 80 points. It was a high-flying show. That was one of the few games that Henry Ruggs actually showed up and was actually used. And the Raiders gave the Chiefs their only loss on the year. They beat the Chiefs at their own game, which was high-flying, quick scores, bombs. And I think maybe with the news of the Raiders defense, I might like this over even more than I did before, because I think the Chiefs this is just a matchup where I think it's going to be high scoring.
Yeah.
Raiders offense is very sneaky. It's like very I hate using this word a lot, but I can't think of another word. It's very professional. It's very like it's efficient. It's a West Coast offense. It's a very well run West Coast offense.
It's efficient.
Right? They run the ball. They dump the ball off. They use Darren Waller. They use the receivers. And Derek Carr's playing some good football. He's right under the radar. He's doing a good job. They're 6-3 as well.
When you don't throw a touchdown in a week, you'll stay under the radar. Yeah, for last week was his first week. He didn't throw a touchdown.
Which was the weird thing was that, and they
usually has like 2 a game.
Yeah, they dropped 36, 39, and then he did 36. I think it was 36.
It was
37.
2 touchdowns for Jacobs, 2 touchdowns for Booker, and then field goals.
Yeah,
and then field goals.
So it was just one of those games. But I think in this game, he's probably gonna have to do a little bit more. So I think they'll score. I think this is a game. I know he's kind of hurt right now, but I had a hunch that Clyde Edwards-Helaire could play a big role in this game, both rushing and receiving. But we'll see. But I do like the over. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. And one of my bonus plays it's just I throw it out there on what I'm feeling for some of these games if I feel something else. I did like the Raiders +7, but when I was writing this, the COVID news for their defense didn't come out. So
it's tough.
Depending on how that goes for their defense and who's out, who's not, I don't know if that bonus play may still be a good idea. But the over, I still feel confident about.
What do you think, Nick?
Do you want the number? What the over is?
Yeah.
All right. The over is 56.5.
And the Raiders are playing
Chiefs.
Chiefs. If the Raiders defense is completely out, I'm going to say give me the over because I think that the Chiefs are unleashing their weapons. I mean, Patrick Mahomes kind of seemed like he was held on a very tight leash. They weren't trying to like overstress his arm. Now they're just kind of lighting up the scoreboards, and I think that they're going to try and keep rolling. And they are pissed off about how the Raiders did like a victory lap around Arrowhead Stadium. So they're coming in. They're just going to keep. They have foot on the pedal. I feel like
this is definitely a revenge game. Raiders already beat the Chiefs this year. Chiefs don't like getting beat.
And it wasn't a close game. They won by double digits.
They did. I believe the Raiders were at home, right?
No, it was an Arrowhead.
Oh, shit.
It was at Arrowhead. Yep.
So the Raiders
were, I think, 12-point underdogs.
Raiders
are underdogs.
Raiders are going home, you say. Raiders are going home, you say.
I think being inside will help Patrick Mahomes, help Tyreek Hill, help Kelsey. I think it will help them all.
Yeah, they took the game off the board because of COVID. I hate COVID so much. God. It kills people. It takes games off the board.
None of these took it off yet.
Ugh. Obviously, those are 2 different things, but
yeah.
You got any of them left?
One left.
What you got?
Monday Night Football. We'll end it there. We got the Rams and the Bucks, and I like the over here. Now, yesterday when I was looking at this,
Bucks, yep.
It was only 47 and actually, hold on. Let me see what it is now.
Man,
it's 47.5. Hold on, let's go back.
That's a low number for those 2 teams.
I thought it's up to 48.5 now. Apparently, the books realized it was low themselves.
I think that's still pretty low for those 2 teams.
Yeah,
DK. Russ trying to cook.
Oh, DK.
He brought it in though.
Yep.
Just didn't make it a home run. Nice play.
DK's off to a really good start.
Oh, he's looking real good. Russ 7 for 7 now. Mr. Unlimited.
Yeah, maybe. Oh no.
Oh, flag on the play. Flag on the play.
Peterson?
We'll see. Flag on the play. He duked him out of his pants. That's a flag. I don't know what the flag's for. What's the flag for? Holding. Ouch. Dick move, lineman. Ouch. Lewis. Lewis is the dude who almost caused the fumble and now gets a holding penalty on DK Metcalf's big-ass play.
Cut him.
Practice squad.
I don't
That's
know.
tough. That's so
I think
hard.
He
fell. That's hard.
Bro.
Oh, he's got his arm on the outside. That's what it was.
When he's falling down, though, like he's not bringing him down, though, when he's coming down.
Bro, 68 could afford to lose some weight in that ass, bro. What are you eating? Jesus Christ.
Third starting center in the last 3 games for the Seattle Seahawks. That is not good.
All right, guys, starting 13.
Thanks. That was good. Fun fact, Nick. Oh, very good. Good catch.
13. Russ back. All day. Again,
he's cooking.
All day.
He's cooking. He's making a sauce back there.
Come on, Russ.
He's going to run for it. Chucks it.
Oh,
that was a bad play. It's a bad play.
He had a shot, but
who is that? Was that Hyde?
Yeah.
Oh, that was awful. Yeah.
That was a busted play.
Yeah, it's just not good.
First incompletion of the game.
So Seattle goes from being in scoring position to Kicking it on 4th and 13.
That's a gut punch, man. When you have like a 50-yard bomb and
It's
it
life in the
comes back,
NFL.
like,
That's the second time against the Cardinals. DK's had one of those big plays called back. The last one was a touchdown in overtime.
Yep. And
Ouch.
And then your perspective changes about him completely in that game, right? If he's got a 60 yards and a tutty.
Also, I do not get that tackle from Patrick Peterson on that play. So I'm also a little butthurt about that. I don't like flags.
No,
Flags are not fun not per Sheldon Cooper.
Yeah, and so we'll go back to our last best bet of the week. And then the Rams and the Bucks, they play Monday night. The Rams travel to Tampa. And the 47.5 number, now it's 40.5, doesn't scare me, still it's under 50.
Yep.
Was really surprising to me because both teams have decent defenses. Like, let's say top 10 to top 12 defenses, in the lower part. But both offenses are really good, really efficient offenses, right? That the Bucks seem to be getting right on there, right? I think we all kind of saw Tom Brady unleashing after that ass kicking the Saints gave him, so he beat the shit out of the Panthers.
Yeah, but realistically, like Rojo in the running game, like they came for backup. Like the cavalry arrived. Rojo 197 in that game. The whole Bucks offense had 4 attempts the game prior.
Absolutely. And the crazy thing is, like, I had my stats up earlier. Did you guys know Ronald Jones is the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL?
I'm an owner.
Free Rojo.
I'm an owner.
I mean, 200 of that came last week.
Yeah, but
still,
let the man eat. Like, they keep trying to carve open a role for Fournette. It's not there, man.
The role is there for Fournette. It's a receiving back. Rojo can't catch. For running the ball, Rojo is –
You're right.
It's absolutely unleashing it. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
So I think there's a role for him, but I think they just need to accept that Fournette, he's a good receiver. Use him in that role. Rojo can't catch. But I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think we're definitely can pass by the 48. Both are good teams. The Rams, I didn't want to believe them, but they've been kind of on a tear lately, and they've just been playing good football all around.
Yeah. I'll take the over there. What do you think, Nick?
48.5, Nick.
I take the over. Rams, their offense has been coming on strong. Their passing attack has been coming on. The Bucks passing and rushing attack has increased. Their defenses have players that can make plays. Like the Bucks have Antonio Winfield Jr., the safety, who's actually probably defensive rookie of the year. There's Ndamukong Suh, but he's nowhere close to what Aaron Donald is or Jalen Ramsey. So there are pieces, but there's also holes on the defense that both teams can take advantage of. And both offenses have been, firing all cylinders. So I'm going to take the over on it.
Yeah, I like the over too. I think it's too low a total. I think the Rams probably are going to be chasing points in this game still. So I like them to drive the number with their heavy passing playbook. Kyler running for it.
Dude, what is Jamal Adams? Jamal Adams kind of looks like, I don't know.
He's becoming a laughing stock, man.
Yeah.
Who was the one that said that safeties go to die in Seattle?
I've never.
It was a commentator. It was someone. You know what? It was someone from the Jets or something like that. I think it may have even been Adam Gase. It was someone talking shit about him on his way out the door.
Oh, it might have been Greg Williams.
Maybe I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Have fun in Seattle because they don't know how to use safeties.
Yeah, that's what.
What are you talking about? They had Cam Chancellor and they used him perfectly.
Exactly. The Legion of Boom, bro.
So a couple of other things. I didn't write these on the bets, but a couple of other things that caught my attention and made me go for this weekend. I like the Bengals to pull off the upset in Washington. They're up. They're plus 1.5. But
take the points. I'm going to take the points.
1.5 though. I mean,
yeah, you're right. 1.5.
Yeah,
I'll take the money line.
When it gets under 3, I just take money line because that's when it's that weird shit like 2 points. So
I can't say my favorite thing to say.
Great teams win. Good teams cover.
There it is.
But you still could if you win.
If you win, you cover.
Yeah.
Win is a cover.
Yeah. So you can still say that. And then also, I was going to say this. It's one that it's making me think too. Is the Falcons plus 4. There's so much uncertainty with that Saints offense.
If Kamara's out, yeah, I'm all over it.
Oh yeah,
I mean that's the number to get ahead of for sure. If he's actually out, that's going to go up. So I'll take the 4.
And then last one that again, these aren't ones that I feel confident about. But these are ones that are like I think it's a good number. Miami minus 3.5 in Denver.
Miami minus 3.5.
Miami's playing really good right now.
They are, but do I want to give them 3 points though?
No.
4 to 3.5.
Don't tell me the half. Don't tell me that, dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I thought Denver Broncos were going to beat going to lose to the Chargers, but they kept it. They kept the team in the entire time.
Well, that was the thing with those 2 weeks in a row where they had really strong second half
surges. Yeah.
Yeah. It was the Falcons and the Chargers. Yeah. And yeah, I was
21 in both.
I'm sitting there in the third quarter, like, okay, it's about Drew Lock 30. When Nope, didn't happen. It's like, when are they going to show up? And it just didn't happen. I mean, they are at home this week. I'm just not that confident in them. I mean, they really laid an egg in week 10. I'm not going to be putting any of my money on the Broncos this week in week 11 because I'll be like really sweating it out probably in the first half. So, yeah, give me Miami there. What are they on the money line?
Miami on the money line. Let's see. If it's 3.5, should be like 1 something. Give me a second. Miami is minus.
They're not on here. Right?
Minus 167 on the money line.
Yeah, I'll just take the money line.
Depending on where you shop, minus 167 and 182.
If I can get them below minus 200, I'll take it. I'll just take them on the money line. I don't want to play with the points with these young teams. You know, they're not really trying to drive up the number or anything like that. When the Dolphins get up, they park the bus. They've been very conservative lately. Look out for Tommy's article dropping tomorrow. Going to be previewing the AFC East and how that's going to finish out. I think you're going to want to look into that if you're high on the Dolphins.
Looking forward to that because that division, you know, it got really competitive really fast. Because about a month ago, right, it looked like it's Bills.
Just Bills.
Yeah, and just now, you know, the Patriots have won 2 in a row. They're kind of like hanging around. They're not dead yet. The Dolphins, if they win this weekend, they're going to be tied with the Bills.
Yep. And
no one saw that coming.
And the Bills are on bye. Yep. The Bills are on a bye. So the Bills could be coming out of the bye tied up with the Dolphins. That's wild. I think I had the Dolphins at like 4 wins, something like that. Nah, not 6, not 7. It's looking really good down there. It's looking really good for Miami, and it's really fun to watch. Like, I mean,
just everywhere. They're just a good team.
Don't get me wrong. I would much rather see Fitzpatrick out there cutting it up to Devontae Parker, even though Devontae Parker could still shave my head this year. We'll see. But those two look just like more electric together. Like Devontae Parker is definitely taking a step back with Tua at the helm. So it's fun. It's cool because it's Miami. It's the Dolphins, and they're rolling. And that's always refreshing to see, like the first to last type of groups. Those clubs and those teams being able to, you know, those are always fun to follow the following year when they're making their runs, right? So, yeah, I think it'll be fun. Check out Tommy's article tomorrow. Steve will also be dropping his on Saturday with his sitter starts. So be looking out for those. Kind of back to the Saints here. We were just talking about them a little bit. Drew Brees going to be out 2 to 3 weeks. Let's just say, I said, back off of Jameis, if Kamara's out. Let's say everybody's there except Brees this week, right? You ready to rock and roll, Jameis? If Kamara and company are there, you're ready to go. Fire them up.
I am. I mean, if you're in like a 2 quarterback league or you're really hamstrung, like I love it. Falcons defense is not. It's been playing much better. Well, I mean, they were also dog shit the first 3 weeks, so you could only go up. Hopkins, yeah. But yeah, I mean, so they could only go up. But I think just the Saints, Thomas being healthy, Kamara, Murray, Cook, Sanders might be back, right?
Sanders is back last week.
Sanders is back. So yeah, I mean, Jameis can play. The problem is he just throws it to the other team. So I'd fire him up.
What do you say, Nick?
No. I saw some highlights of him when he did replace Brees for like a short time. The one thing I did not like was how lackadaisical his throws look. Like it looked like he was not just kind of like just throwing the ball out there like he's playing backyard football. Like, dude, you got to put some zip behind it. You got to put some energy behind it. I'm not firing him up, especially if Kamara's not out. Like, he's just going to be chucking up balls to random receivers and just hoping that the ball falls in their hands. Like,
they will not be random. Their name will start with Ike and it will end with Amos. Like that's who he's going to target all day long.
Yeah.
Mike Thomas had 2 targets that entire game before Winston steps on the field. He had 5 in the same drive that Winston just started. This was crazy. A lot of Mike Thomas this week. You fire up all of your Mike Thomas. You fire up every single share of Mike Thomas this week with Jameis Winston there. It's literally the reason why I was trying to trade for Mike Thomas when he was hurt. Oh, out at the 1.
Yeah.
Out at the 1. Nice play, though. Nice play.
I didn't think he was going to get it. Max Williams. Former Ravens second round.
Who was that tight end you were talking up for the Cardinals? He got hurt. He had like a bad injury or something like that.
I forgot his
name. Darrell?
Yes, Darrell something.
Yeah, I can't remember. He had a pretty bad injury last week. It looked pretty brutal, too. Hyping up some more value for Max Williams, getting down with some touchdowns, or close to a touchdown, I should say.
No face mask?
Half the distance to the Kenny Drake touchdown? I got him in my lineup. 2-7 team, 3-17, whatever it is.
DeAndre Hopkins fade to the corner.
Oh, no. They're handing it to Drake for at least one shot. Are we calling the timeout? Yeah, there it is. Like, what are we doing? Jesus.
What the F?
I just got to see if I started them really quick. It's a 3-7 team. It's not looking great, but I think I'm about to get a touchdown. So let's go. Oh, and by the way, Kenyon Drake already has 3 reception yards, halfway to the prop. Let's get it.
Get it.
Smash the like button, share the video. Let's go. Getting ready to close it down here. We got about a quarter left of football. So yeah, I'm not that excited about Jameis this week. If Kamara's there, I'm going to be feeling a lot better. And I think that you're probably starting him for sure, especially if you're a Breeze owner, if you're in 2 quarterback leagues. But if you're in a single quarterback leagues, there's a lot of other options there. And he's just not a guy I trust.
And you just don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
He came in last week, but that's middle of the game. How is, Sean Payton going to design the offense? So, it's worth a wait and see approach. Ooh.
Oh, absolutely. 49ers, they could be getting right after week 11. Are they on a bye this week?
Yes.
They're on a bye this week. They could be getting back Deebo Samuel.
Drake fumbled. Oh, my God.
Not surprising. But, hey, the other guy, he's on my team, and he actually scores me points in a meaningful league. So, woohoo! Cool. I'll take
They're
it.
giving it to him.
But I feel like he was down. No?
So, Drake fumbles the ball, loses.
Hold on.
Oh, that's out, bro.
No, that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
I'd really rather take the 2 points, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It
touchdown.
bounced out. Yeah.
It's a touchdown.
Yeah, but because I was gonna say I was like, that ball seemed like it came out late, even though you couldn't see it.
Yeah. But it'd be a lot cooler if they called it a fumble anyways.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be great for the over, though. Brooks is trying to put it back in his hand like, nah, dog, you lost this. Oh, that's funny. That's good stuff. That would just be very, very fantasy appropriate, right? So, yeah, 49ers getting back Deebo, getting back Mostert, getting back Tev Coleman, week 12 potentially. Is this team going to get right? Or may they rest in peace?
No, I think they're just headed to 7-9, 8-8. They're just one of those teams. They were just ravaged with injuries from the get-go.
I would,
from like week 1 on.
if I was Shanahan, I'd be sitting Deebo because he has been not right all year
What
round.
about Mostert? Every time he's done something, every time he touches the field, he does something great. I mean, why play him during this year?
But like, it's such a bad season for them, and they have so many stars that honestly have had a lot of issues. I would punt this year. To be completely honest.
I agree. I don't think they should rush those guys back. They're talking about it, but I don't love it. I think it's great for your fantasy team. Like if you're a Mostert owner, this guy's gold every time he touches the ball.
Yep.
Like
his last game, didn't he have like 100 yards in like 1 quarter?
And a half, yeah. And then he got hurt. Like it was terrible. I mean, he had like a 73-yard run or something like that.
Yeah, they all count the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, fucking Rojo had that 97-yarder for you. Dear God, had 100 the rest of the game. What?
Take it.
Yeah, they said his projected run on that carry was 4 yards. Like, well, isn't everyone from the 5-yard line? Like what the fuck? Yeah,
like no shit.
Yeah, duh. That's what everyone's average is or projected is each carry. So yeah, I think Deebo coming back and Mostert will be fantasy relevant options for you. Like, I don't think Coleman's going to be a piece that you're like super excited about to get back in your lineup his first week.
For so long.
I know. And even when he comes back, it's just like they barely use him. I don't get it. But they do need another runner there. Hasty's on the IR. He's gone for the year. So they need somebody there with McKinnon, right? So hopefully it's Coleman and not Mostert because I do think that they should punt the year, like Nick said, and just kind of fade in. This division's way too competitive. They're not going to get back into the mix. And we'll kind of get to the 3 big dogs here in a bit, but yeah, I'm not really excited about those guys getting back. For fantasy, could one of these guys take you to your championship? Like, is like Deebo or Mostert going to be that big a factor in your lineup?
I mean, where you draft them, they probably are a big part of your plan, but you probably have already found a replacement or someone that can fill in a lot better. That's a little bit more consistent, a little bit more available for you. If I had drafted Deebo, I kind of would be having him on my bench until he does something. But I mean, man, he's so electric when he comes in, but he hasn't stayed healthy at all. And it's just very unfortunate. So I don't see any one of those 3 guys, Deebo, Mostert, or Coleman, leading you to a championship with them coming back because your team's probably already suffered a lot from the injuries happening so early in the season.
I would say maybe Mostert, just because when they plugged in other running backs in San Francisco, they've all pretty much been productive, and he's very talented. But it's just it just seems like that position is cursed for them. Everybody that basically plays gets hurt,
dies. Yeah. Except for McKinnon. McKinnon didn't get hurt,
up, but he's played, but he's been banged.
But they just rested him for some reason. Like they gave him like so much rest.
There was that one game,
like 2 weeks off or something like that. It was crazy. I didn't understand it. And while he was taking a break. Well, you're taking a breather, McKinnon. People are dying. Jesus. Come on, man. Get better. Do right. All right. Next up, Antonio Brown, NFL, looking into his video camera. What was it? He threw a chair.
He beat up
destroyed something for what's it called?
A hotel or something?
A hotel or a nightclub. He destroyed it, and it comes out like a week after his first game. It just seems really weird.
Second game.
Second game back. It's just really weird. And what I'm trying to figure out is like why leak it now? And like it's just
someone does not like him in the NFL.
I was gonna say, we all kind of probably thought it was going to.
Who would?
Time, right?
Other than Tom, like.
Yeah.
I mean, Russ Wilson was like, "Yeah, we're gonna make you a better man if you come here." He was like, "See ya, on to Tampa." Like,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, and I just always feel like it was just a matter of time before something came out. Like, it's just, I mean, it's still under investigation, but it's still just one of those things. Like, I mean,
I'm expecting a suspension. Like, I'm just expecting it. Like everything that he did in the past couple of years, like they're just not gonna let him get away with it.
I don't think a suspension is coming because I don't think someone was actually hurt. I think there's gonna be a check written and everything's gonna go away because this event happened before he was signed, and the NFL knew about it before he put pen to paper. So,
well, the NFL knew about it, but they had no reason to take action on it whatsoever. They have to do so after he joins a club. Now, Tampa, they knew about it, and they did go ahead and sign him. So, yeah, that does prop up some good information, right?
Yeah.
But the same thing happened last year with the Patriots. The Patriots knew he had stuff pending, brought him in for a game, and that was it.
Yeah.
So the NFL, they're the no fun league, guys. Like when you think everything's going right, they're gonna go a different direction. So I'm suspecting a 3-gamer. I'm expecting something small, nothing crazy. He had 8 already. He could literally get a 3-game suspension and have to serve it next year. You know what I mean?
That's possible.
So his days are numbered. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. He had a fantasy relevant week. In week 10, are you guys ready to fire him up again this week up against the Rams Monday night?
I would, because I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So I think it's going to be room. And with Jalen Ramsey probably guarding Evans, it's going to open it up for AB.
I don't know. I mean, I was very surprised to see Tom actually cutting up the ball with all the receivers, having fantasy relevant games. I would take a dollar higher on him, but I'm not depending on him in any kind of way because he could literally pop off this week and be suspended next week.
Yep.
So I kind of just stay away from him. But if you guys want to take a dollar higher, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, he could probably fill in some points for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he'll be a good start. Mike Evans, I think, is probably going to get driven a lot into Jalen Ramsey, right into number 20's chest.
Yeah, and Godwin's there. Gronk's been relevant too the last.
He's coming on.
He's a touchdown in 4 of the last 5 games.
He's coming on. Gronk, it's getting Gronk nasty down there.
Yeah.
So I'm saying fire up Antonio Brown this week, at least while he's still available. You probably spent a pretty penny on waivers on him, emptying the bag on this dude. So, yeah, fire him up. Russ, 1st and 10, rolling out beyond the line of scrimmage. Good little rush there for Russ. All right, let's go through some divisions here. Let's take some picks. We're going to exclude the AFC East. We're going to give Tom the benefit of the doubt tomorrow. But we'll see in the AFC. I think we're in agreement that Pittsburgh is going to win the AFC North.
Yes.
They're 3 games ahead of the Browns and the Ravens. If there's a team that's going to catch them, let's say one of these teams does, who does it?
It'll be the Ravens, but I think they're going to just beat the Ravens next Thursday.
If Nick Chubb stays healthy, I think the Browns will take the 2nd place.
I think it's the Browns, actually, just because, if they have the running, I don't know.
Baker's take over the 1st place?
If there's one of the 2 teams that could. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying Pittsburgh, they come down. I don't know. The defense for Cleveland has been looking better to me than Baltimore.
Yeah, but what alarms me about that, I would want to say that too, but like what alarms me is the 2 or 3 losses Cleveland has out of Baltimore and Steelers, which is not bad, but they've just got outplayed so bad in both those games, lost by 30 combined.
How many division games they got?
But they did not have Nick Chubb nor Wyatt Teller, and their rushing attack is night and day when those 2 are in. So those 2
they had them for week 1 when they played the Ravens.
Okay, you got me on that. But I know the Steelers one was when those 2 weren't in. So I think that the Browns are actually starting to build a little bit of momentum like throughout the team and throughout the schedule. So I like Nick Chubb, and I think that he's one of the best running backs in the league, and he is literally their identity because there's no OBJ. Jarvis Landry is literally a number 2 receiver. Their tight ends aren't exactly world beaters. So it's Baker and Nick Chubb, and they're getting it done somehow.
Well, Kareem Hunt, but yeah.
Well, Kareem Hunt, yeah.
Leading rusher in their last game still. But I like I like the Browns' schedule. You know, the Eagles, the Jaguars, the Titans, the Giants, the Jets. The only tough opponents I see here are the Ravens and Steelers, who, yeah, they have lost to.
Yeah, even if they lose those, they'd still end up at 6-10.
What? No, they're
5-3.
They're 5-3 right now.
6-3.
6-3.
Or 6-3. So if then that puts them at 11-5.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they, that's assuming they win everything else. But the Titans game because a toss up that could go either way, right?
Okay, so
I'd say
10-6.
Yeah, they're making a play.
Believe me, I'm not saying that the Steelers are running down. I'm saying if we have to force ourselves into this room, you know what I mean? Like that'd be very unpredictable for them to make a run and finish number one in the division.
Yep.
But if it's between them and the Ravens, I'll say the Browns just based off of recency bias. The Ravens, they're just slipping for me. They just lose? Nick Boyle too. They signed Luke Wilson. I'm all about it. It's fun. Like I like me some Luke Wilson, but is it going to translate into positive football ROI? I don't know. I'm not really sure. He's not a world beater as Nick says, right? But yeah, I think we're all pretty heavy on the Steelers taking that division though. Just got to go into the alt line there. AFC South, we got a tie between the Colts and the Titans at 6-3. Who's taking this one?
Titans.
I'll take the Titans.
Phil Rivers has done absolutely nothing in terms of like being successful at the quarterback position. They're really depending on their defense a lot, and their receiver room is very injury riddled. They might be able to have some success, but I don't see them having enough success throughout the season where they overcome the Titans.
Kyler is wincing on the sideline throwing the ball. Kyler is my opponent this week in a big matchup. I'm not hating what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I would go with the Titans. I don't feel good about it though.
It's close. It's going to be a good. It's going to be a good division, but
I'm going with the better quarterback.
Yeah, better quarterback. I think
better running back.
Jeez.
Better running back and just offense. Like are you going to bet on the Colts defense winning them the division, or are you going to bet on the Titans offense winning them the division? I'll take the Titans.
The weird thing, they're virtually the same amount of points scored this year.
Yeah. Well,
but the Colts have the Colts have scored 242 this year, Titans 249 in 9 games. The Colts have only allowed 177 points versus the Titans 235.
I just trust the Titans to win the close games in the fourth quarter. You know, to me, I think that's a really great edge factor. Really, just a quarterback. It's the most important position.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and Tannehill's been the lights out last year and this year with that offense. If they get Humphreys back, they'll be a little healthier. Honestly, I think that'll help out Jonnu Smith, who's been kind of quiet in recent weeks.
Yep.
Let's see. Next one up, AFC West. I think we're all going to agree on Kansas City, but the Raiders get a win this week. They're within a game of the Chiefs,
and they would own the tiebreaker having the sweep.
Yep. Well, they wouldn't be tied with them, but they'd be a game behind them.
Well, if they tied later on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, if the Raiders can pick up a win this week, we might need to change our tune about this division. I don't know.
Yep. I'd say as of now, I'm going Chiefs.
Feel pretty good about it, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to put down, right? All right, the one you've all been waiting for. Drum roll. No one with a winning record, but with a tie, the NFC East. Eagles 3-5-1, Giants 3-7, the football team 2-7, the Dallas Cowboys 2-7. Who's taking it home? Who wins the division, and how many wins does that team have?
Philadelphia with 5 wins.
Shut up.
I don't think he's
Just being honest. Like, it's the truth, man. Dallas has absolutely nothing. I do see the Giants possibly squeaking out a division win.
They just beat the Eagles.
Squeaking out. So
anyone who wins the division is a squeak. That's for sure.
It's a squeak. And I don't see 6 wins coming out of any team. It's going to be a losing record for every team in the division, the division. I gotta
look up the schedule.
It's embarrassing.
I have to look them up for everyone because
Russie
money
to Tyler Lockett.
Are they gonna even try to stop them? Like, what the fuck was that?
That's what I like seeing.
Fuck you, Tyler Lockett.
If you were watching that play, you saw that the whole way.
Yeah,
where he was looking. It was
absolutely. The defender didn't even put his arms up. I was just like, "Are you gonna try on this one, bro, or what?" Was that Buda Baker? Look at him. He's just watching it. Patrick Peterson, what are you doing?
Jump for no reason.
You're in my lineup and you're playing hopscotch in the end zone. You bitch.
What happened here?
I don't know. It's a zone coverage.
Oh my!
It's a zone coverage, and not, like he's called a stop and go route.
God, he bit hard on that. He bit hard.
What was that? What was that?
Hard. Yeah, but NFC East, man, it's just
all right.
Last week the Eagles, I thought they were getting healthy and they got it, but they just laid an egg against the Giants. Like They lost by 10. Oh, they were losing by 10. They got it last. Oh, missed extra point.
Not good for the over.
Thank gosh I didn't have a kicker in my
That is
lineup.
not good.
But
Let me go through the Giants' schedule really quick because I don't think I was feeling the Giants when Nick just brought them up they've been looking good recently, but last 2 games wins up against the football team, wins up against the Eagles. I don't know if they get another win. The Bengals, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, the Browns, the Ravens. The next winnable game, in my opinion, the Cowboys in Week 17.
Bengals maybe.
I don't see it. Well, that's 2 wins, and that would get them to 4.
4, and then if they win against the Cowboys,
No,
5.
no. That would get them to 5. So that's your division winner, 5 and 7 right there. Or I'm sorry, 5 and
11.
5
and 11.
9 and 1. No, 5
10 and 1.
top 5. Oh my god.
Giants don't have a tie yet, but they could.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Philadelphia.
Eagles, yeah.
Sorry.
No, this is the Giants.
The Giants would be 5 and 11.
Yeah. So let's go through the Eagles' schedule. Their remaining games, you're looking at the Browns loss, Seahawks loss, Packers loss, Saints loss, Cardinals loss, Cowboys. Oh my God, you're right, Nick. Holy shit. So the next
I
two,
know the NFC East, man.
the next 2 winnable games for the Eagles, in my opinion, are Week 16 and 17 Cowboys and football team. That would put them at 5, 7 and 1. Or I'm sorry, 5,
10 and 1.
10 and 1. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Football team. Wow. Holy shit. This is real.
They might win with 4 wins.
The Bengals, I do think the football team could beat the Bengals, but I'm taking the Bengals to win. Cowboys, that's a winnable game. Steelers, that's a loss. 49ers, I think that's a winnable game for the football team. Seahawks, that's a loss. Panthers could be a winnable football team if they've packed it in. And the Eagles, I'm picking the football team. I'm doing it.
To win it.
I'm taking my stand right now. Alex Smith in the playoffs. Get in the jersey. Yep. Give me the football team.
I think they might end up the season with Ron Rivera at quarterback.
I mean, the man beat cancer. I'm sure he can beat the Panthers.
Yeah, he could definitely.
So my pick is
Revenge game, just saying.
my pick that I don't like at all. I'm gonna again. You deal with the best quarterback. It's Wentz, and it's not saying much.
Mhm.
Saying that he's not playing good right now, but
You're telling me Carson Wentz is better than Alex Smith? Stand down, sir.
yeah, I'm saying that. I don't feel good about it, but it's just Eagles.
Siri disagrees. She's with me.
But I was gonna say, yeah, it's just this team is getting healthy, so I expect them to come out off the bye, beat the shit out of Giants. They got their asses kicked. I really don't know. In the division, who has the best division record right now?
Mhm.
The Giants. They're 3-2.
Oh, the division record?
Yeah,
Oh, whatever.
interdivisional record. Because that'll be the tiebreaker.
I'm telling you right now, if the football team wins in Week 11 up against the Bengals, they're taking it, man. They're taking it. They get the.
No, I don't disagree. I mean, I don't feel that strongly about any of these teams that I think they're going to take.
If they beat the Bengals this week, they'll have the Cowboys the week after that. They could put up back-to-back put up back-to-back wins and be in the lead in the division at that point. Then they would most likely lose the next game to the Steelers. The 49ers, I'm sorry, they're a beatable team. They're a beatable team in my opinion.
Yep.
They lose to the Seahawks. I'm going to say they beat the Panthers if the Panthers are, again, that's just a coin flip. I'll take a coin flip if Teddy is out of commission. And I say they beat the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 wins would put them to
6-10.
6-10. Yeah. Give me the football team.
We're gonna see a team with double-digit losses make the playoffs and
Yeah.
playoff.
I will. I fully believe that the winner of that division has 6 wins as Kyler takes another sack.
Yeah.
Man,
Kyler,
Dunlap is nasty.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Kyler's
I don't see
doing it for me
I
tonight.
don't see any of them getting to 10. I'm sorry,
No.
it's just 7 wins.
No, I don't
see
agree.
any of them.
I don't agree whatsoever. So I'm taking the football team. You're taking the Giants.
Yeah.
And you're taking the Eagles. I think we got ourselves a prop here, boys. I think we got ourselves a prop. What do we want to put on it?
I don't know.
I really don't know.
I found a $20 bill in the laundry earlier. You guys want to put that on?
Sure.
Sure.
All right,
20 bucks.
$20. NFC East division winner. We got the Eagles, the football team. That's right. It's because I'm.
Oh, your boy Kenyon Drake, he got the prop over easily right
That was a
there.
catch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
17
catch.
yards on that.
check it. Crash.
6.5 was a weird-ass number.
Smash the fucking like button. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, so I got football team, and Nick's got the New York Giants, the New York Football
Super 21.
Giants. Yeah, thank you, Cash Money.
I was asked by Zaldi Coke. Tommy knows him. He's in
DPO.
Mhm.
He asked me over Instagram, should he choose Chase Edmonds or Antonio Gibson? I was like, dude, Antonio Gibson all day, man.
Oh yeah, Gibson.
Yeah.
That's our dog. That's our dude right there.
And a misleading stat is that the Cardinals have the number 1 rushing offense in the NFL, but you got to think 75% of that is Kyler scrambling.
Man, do you guys see those radios they carry on the side of them? Those coaches. Those things are boxes, bro. Those things look like something a stormtrooper would carry. I kind of want one. I just get one like right here on my chest. Like, all right, guys, we're tuning in. We're good to go. Welcome to Ticket to the Hizzy. Let's get some value tonight. NFC North. I asked someone else. Don't ask me. It's probably the Packers though.
I see the Packers.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it, but I'm just saying that after this week, there could be 3 teams in that division that are 5-5.
Yeah, and this is it's really.
Oh wait, no, is Minnesota playing Detroit?
No, they play Dallas.
Okay, never mind.
And Detroit plays Panthers. Yeah, after this week, that's my prediction too. I think all of the division, I think we'll win this week.
Does that make us the best team or the best division in football if all teams don't have a losing record?
It's between them and the West, but the West, the Niners are 4-6. So, but
they could get it. They could get to 500 this year and still be in last place.
Yeah, I think it's between the NFC West and the NFC North. I think honestly, because I mean the 3 teams in the NFC West, they're all 6-3.
Yeah.
Right now it's only the Bears and the Packers that are 500 or better. But I think it's those 2 divisions. But I think unfortunately, I think it's going to be Green Bay. It's just for a while it looked like a 2-team race, but the Bears lose 4 straight, so they're out of it. Minnesota and Detroit, right? It's just, can you really trust either team to be consistent?
Minnesota maybe, but their defense would have to just show me light years more than what they already have. I mean, sure, yeah, they stopped the Bears, but I told both of these guys before the show started, any one of us could have coached for the defense for the Vikings on Monday night. I'm sorry, it was very elementary, we'll say.
And they did have some tough losses early in the season to to Tennessee that they could have won. So I'd say
Dalvin Cook has shown that he can carry this team.
He's got to be an MVP conversation. Like
Absolutely.
He's playing on a tear. I mean,
A running back winning the MVP, man, that'd be crazy.
Look what he's done. Were they not 1-5?
They were 1-5.
They were 1-5.
He missed 2 games. He missed. He's the leading rusher in the NFL, and he missed 2 games.
Leads the league in touchdowns as well. 12 rushing touchdowns. Like it's ridiculous.
He missed 2 games.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It's nuts.
I said the first week he came back, he put up enough numbers for the weeks that he was gone.
Yeah.
He
made up. He made up and then some.
Yeah. Just a quick update. Fuck the Cardinals. They're destroying me tonight. Took them on the spread. They're not doing well.
It's okay.
Sure. Yeah,
They're
a field
trying.
goal, but well, they're not doing it for your number. I don't know what you're going to bat for them for because this is right now is not hitting the over, bud.
Well, the game's not over yet.
Oh, it's not over yet, but it's a bad pace for the Cardinals, man. They need to get it together here. They need
7 minutes, and they're on 40. After this drive, I would panic if they don't score here.
No, I mean they can obviously still take the lead with this score, but I'm not like when I'm seeing Kyler's looking banged up. I'm going against Kyler in fantasy, so I don't hate it. Believe me, I love a lot of it, but I like my picks being correct. Let's see, NFC South, another good one here. We got the Saints at 7-2, Tampa at 7-3, Atlanta sitting at 3-6, Carolina at 3-7, fading quickly. Carolina, they were a fun thing for a minute. I was high on them, but it's not there.
Nope.
Teddy and CMC being out this week is going to be the nail in the coffin. 3-8 will be a tough recovery in that division. Saints, Tampa Bay. Saints, they got to hurt Breeze. What are we thinking?
I'm going with the Saints because they do have the tiebreaker over the Bucks. They've swept them on the season, so
Okay.
I think they're both going
Fair
to end
enough.
up at like 11-5.
Fair enough.
So I think the Bucks really needed that last game that they got blown out by the Saints. They had to get that split. So right now, even with Jameis, I see the Bucks. I'm sorry, the Saints being in a good spot. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Saints there, but I think they could end up both at 11-5.
I'll play contrarian. I'll go Tampa.
Yeah, I was going to say Tampa. I don't see this team the Saints keeping it together if Drew Brees is out for an extended period of time. I mean, they could literally go in an opposite direction, and even though they swept the Bucks, they could lose the other division games and really hurt themselves. And if Kamara's out this week, that's another nail in the coffin for them. So I'm going to say the Bucks because Tom Brady, he comes on late in the season, and he's just kind of leading this team right now. Rojo's doing good. If Leonard Fournette finds any kind of role, it would be good. If Antonio Brown gets going, it's just another weapon that they can pump up.
Gronk's coming on. That defense is still strong. So I'm going to go Bucks.
Yeah, the defense for me is the biggest X factor. Their front seven is like one of the strongest in the league. I was touting my Bears for a while. They're still getting it done. I mean,
The Bears are still really good.
on defense. On defense.
Oh, yeah. On defense. Well, we're talking defense here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I just got to make sure that's very abundantly fucking clear that we're not saying the Bears are good at anything but defense and punting.
Yeah.
Sometimes the punting, not so much, but penalty on the Cardinals.
It's just nuts. They've allowed the fewest points in the NFC. And, well, the Rams have allowed fewer, but the Rams played in 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't either. We're gonna move on through the divisions here. Donnie, thank you for checking back in, sir. Appreciate you. To close it, or not to close it out, but NFC West, we got the Rams 6-3, Cardinals, Seahawks all 6-3. Obviously, we got this game going on in front of us. Cardinals down, could be up after this drive. We'll see. But who do you like here? I'm gonna just throw out the Seahawks, just based on their schedule. I like their matchups.
Rams.
Cardinals.
All right. We want double or nothing.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, let's go. We got props.
Sure.
All right, so I'm going to take Seattle, closing it out here. They're already winning this game, so I don't hate that.
Ooh,
Good catch. And I think
Kirk.
I got a tackle there. Was that Reed? I think that was Reed. I hope it was Reed.
Please be Reed.
I need a point, and then I need about another 20 of them. Let's go. Yeah, that was Reed. If you could overthrow that, that'd be much better for next time, Kyler. Appreciate that. Yeah, to me, I mean, let's just pull up the schedules here. See what we got left for these NFC West teams. The Rams, I think I read that their schedule was the toughest. Let's take a look. So the Buccaneers, that's a tough one. Coin flip, I'll say.
Yeah.
The 49ers, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they'll win that game. So let's see. Let's call the Bucs a loss. So we'll say 6-4, 7-4 up against the 49ers. At the Cardinals, who wins that one, boys?
At the Cardinals.
Who's at the Cardinals?
Rams.
I'm going to say Rams.
Cardinals.
Another coin flip, we'll say.
Yeah.
Patriots after that, they should win that game. Ooh.
Oh!
No, that's not a catch.
What a hit.
Is that a catch?
No, that can't be a catch.
He didn't. He just literally turned around.
But great fucking play.
Was that Adams?
That was a Jamal Adams play if I've ever seen one. I hope it was.
That was great.
Oh. Diggs.
Diggs. Oh, man. That was awesome.
37's Diggs. Great blow up.
You put his shoulder right in the ball.
Oh, son.
That was perfect. That was a great shot.
Hey, Darnold. Or it's Arnold.
It's Dan Darnold.
Is it Dan Darnold or is it Dan Arnold?
Dan Arnold. Sorry.
Tongue twister.
Dan
Darnold.
I don't know. A lot of these games I'm looking at coin flips. I'm going to tell you the games I'm saying are wins for sure for the Rams. And I'm going to say the 49ers and the Jets. And I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Can they beat the Cardinals twice? Do they split that one?
Wait,
my God.
Have they already played the Cardinals?
They have not played the Cardinals once.
Whoa.
They have to.
I'm going to say they split that.
Okay, so
That'll be a split probably. It's the home and home wins.
Okay. So home and home wins, but I don't know, man. Like I said, the 49ers and the Jets feel like the only home runs for me going forward. Let's take a look at the Cardinals. Obviously,
I'm not saying that they're gonna like blow out these teams, but I think the Rams are gonna win these games.
Well, if you're putting a bet on it,
All I need is a W.
Okay, so for the Cardinals, obviously Seahawks tonight. Got to see what we get, but they're now punting on 4th and 8, 3:50 left to go in the half.
Wow.
Next up, they've got the Patriots. I'm not going to say that's an easy win, but I'm going to say it's a win. The Rams, who we're saying they're splitting, the Giants, who they could beat, the Eagles, who they could beat, and the Niners that they could beat. So the Cardinals, they're going
to finish strong.
They have a better schedule for sure, at least over the Rams, we'll say. And let me check on the Seahawks. Seahawks, obviously tonight we've got the Cardinals. They've already played the Cardinals another time, so they could split this one. The Eagles, oh yeah, guys, I think I just made some money. So the Cardinals tonight, we don't know what's going on with that yet. The Eagles, the Giants, the Jets are their next 3 opponents. Who could they lose to in that next 3? The Eagles, the Giants, and the Jets. So tell me who they lose to in that one.
The Giants.
Who's schedule is?
Seahawks.
The Seahawks. I'm going to say they don't lose one of those.
I think they're running.
I would say it's more likely they give up a lead tonight.
I think they might lose tonight and they win the next 3.
Yeah, I think that's the most likely of the. If they're losing a game in their next 4, it's tonight. After the Jets, they get the football team, the Rams, and the Niners. I could see them losing to the Rams.
The one thing I see about the Seattle Seahawks is sometimes they play down to their competition.
Mhm.
They don't stay at the consistent level of what we believe Seattle to be at. I see it. I see a couple of those games like Washington. I
their
see
defense.
The teams now
yeah.
the teams that they played down to, quote unquote, their losses: Cardinals in overtime, the Bills by Russ Wilson's blow up game. But I wouldn't say that he played down to the Bills. He just didn't answer the call.
They're not. I don't think Nick's talking about Russ in general, but Seattle as a whole. And I think it's
as a
their
team.
defense.
But again, these
by everybody.
their losses are against these good teams, though. Like
You're expecting Russ to be perfect for the rest of the season, and I don't see that happening.
And that's what I'm saying is like the hold on, let me pull up their schedule. Like when I agree with Nick on the playing down thing. Like these are games like Falcons they beat by 13. Okay. Patriots, they almost lost that. They should have lost that game if Cam goes, to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys, that came down to the wire.
Mm-hmm. Different team.
Still,
yes,
he was still losing. He was still losing.
What do you mean? That game was a 38-31 game.
But Dallas
both
was still 0-3.
Yeah, but those two teams at the time, the Cowboys and the Seahawks, were not that unsimilar. Okay, the Seahawks had won, but like you just said, they were allowing a lot of teams to score points. Like
so I'll give you the
that's just two offenses just going absolutely off. Like, how are we going to say that the Seahawks played down to the Cowboys when the Cowboys were one of the most electric teams in the league at that point?
They should have won by more.
I
don't know how I can say that with Dak playing as well as he did at that point.
Okay.
So Seattle, Miami, that's a fine win.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Minnesota by 1 point.
There you go. There's your game where
Minnesota was trash.
Absolutely, I wholeheartedly agree. If there's a game that plays to that theme, there's one.
So I'm going to stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I'm talking about their trend. Like they're eking out. And these are all one possession wins. They beat Miami and Miami by 8.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Dallas by 7. Right? They beat Seattle by 5.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Minnesota by 1. Lose to the Cardinals in overtime by 3, right? Come back home, they're able to get the job done against San Francisco, win by 10. Go to Buffalo, get their asses kicked. They lose by 10, but the game was a lot worse. Then last week, they lose to the Rams by 7, but again, that's a score. But if you watch the game wasn't ever really close. So I feel like they've been trending this way for a while, and now the losses are coming. Because they're winning. They're winning. Their offense is great, but eventually – their offense is indestructible.
I guess you just got to point me in the direction to where the NFC takes over, or NFC East takes over the Seahawks, Eagles, Giants, football team.
I'm saying they're going to win.
The Jets, the worst team in football.
But I see those NFC East games being trap games because you're not going against the Cowboys, you're going against the top 3 teams. Those teams, let's just say Russ doesn't make that last play or that defense doesn't make that last stop. You're expecting a lot of stuff to happen for the Seattle Seahawks.
You also have to expect the Eagles to absolutely go off up against the Seahawks still. You have to be betting on Carson Wentz. So put your money in that pile.
But with these defenses, it's not about which offense is better. It's which defense is not going to allow that one more play. So
sure.
I don't know.
I'll give you losses at the Eagles, and are they going to lose to the football team on the road?
I'm saying the Giants is going to be the trap game for that
at home. They're lose to the Giants at home.
I think so.
I just don't see them losing at home. I'll give them a loss at the Eagles. I'll even give them a loss at a random one at the 49ers. I think a lot's got to happen for them to lose this division. I don't know.
I just don't see Russ and the entire team being perfect. If the team's perfect, I think Russ is going to fail one time.
It also determines also that conversation if they win this game tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If they lose this game tonight, they get swept by Arizona, and now it's not just winning the division; it's they have to have more wins in Arizona. So them and Arizona both end up 11-5, 12-4, whatever the number is.
Yeah.
Arizona gets
I just see more coin flips for the Rams and the Cards going forward to finish out these 7 games?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just see more coin flips and obviously more favorites. Dude, the Giants will make you some fucking money that week because the Seahawks are going to be a 7-point spread.
I think it's going to be double digits.
It's going to be double digits.
10?
Probably.
It's not going to 13 or 15.
No.
So 8 to 10.
Yeah.
You make yourself some money on that one for sure.
I see what, even though the coaches were fighting at the Giants, I see that there's a culture change happening there. And I see that there are aspects of the team that are actually doing pretty good. Their defense is probably better than Seattle's defense. That's probably what that Seattle's offense and New York's defense, that's going to be the battle to watch because, the Giants offense and the Seattle defense are god awful. Like it's really just going to be that. So,
well, we got a couple of weeks till we get there too.
Yeah,
they still got to play the Eagles. The teams could look a lot different.
We got injuries, we got COVID. I mean, we're just going off facts that we know now.
Yeah, I mean, the Seahawks just lost a couple of games. They don't even have their starting running back.
Yeah,
and they're losing by what's that? 7, 10. Yeah, it's. I don't think it's the end of the world for the Seahawks. I mean, believe me, I felt like it on Sunday when I was ripping up my ticket and tossing it in the trash. But I digress. How much time we got left in this game here?
It's like 3 minutes.
I don't know if we can close it down or not. See what we get when the game comes back on here.
I had that up.
I think this is the year.
It's 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I think this is the year though. They really need to get rid of division winner automatically goes to the playoffs. Like the NFC East is just putting the biggest stamp on it. Like the biggest stamp of approval I can ever see. Like this is it. Like the San Francisco 49ers could be a live team. The Falcons could be a live team here. You know what I mean? There could be a potential team with a winning record not making it.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to happen.
Oh, it's definitely going to happen. There could be a 10-win team not get in.
Yeah.
But my thing is I think the division winner should still get in, but I do not think the home playoff game should be automatic.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
If your division if your division sucks like it does this year, I mean, yeah, you're lucky, but I don't think that you should get gifted a home playoff game.
I agree, but I guess my take on the playoffs in general is stop trying to expand it and let's enrich it. Don't let a team, just because they won a division, don't let them in there if they don't have, whatever it is, the top 6 or top 7 record. Just don't let them in. You're not in. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah. You didn't win enough games. Other teams did. Sorry about you. I get the whole, the way that they set up the scheduling. And I guess really let's get rid of that. Let's stop just only playing your division. Let's have more fun games. Let's have more fun, the NFL. Just a thought. What if the Chargers and the Bears got to play more often or whatever,
Yeah, but then you lose these rivalries.
I suppose so, but I just don't feel like you always have to have the 2 and 2s,
Mm-hmm.
For a 16-game season, I just don't think you always have to have the home and away with some of these. Because some rivalries will always be there. I'm sorry. Like, they just always will be. You can always have a Bears and Packers game every year. You can always have, a Buffalo and New England game every year. You don't have to have 2. If you won that year, then you get to, or if you didn't win that year, you get to host a home game next year, or just switch off back every year, back and forth.
They need to make it more geography based divisions so that those rivalries can stay. Because, Green Bay and Chicago, they're pretty close geographically, considering people within a division like Houston and Indianapolis. How the hell is that going to be?
That's how's at the South, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
So but like a Houston and Dallas rivalry, that'd be freaking sweet.
Oh, you're trying to redraw the lines.
Yeah,
absolutely. Just redraw the lines and just make it easier for these rivalries to occur because, the Washington football team in Dallas, that's not a real rivalry anymore.
Why the hell is Dallas in the NFC East?
Yeah,
the East Coast.
Yeah, exactly. Like with the Washington football team changing their name, that rivalry is dead. Change the lines. I mean, every single team, every rivalry, it's done. Philadelphia, New York, they can stay together. Absolutely. Go ahead. But put Houston and the Cowboys together, then that could be a serious rivalry. Then you start getting people excited about the NFL again because it just seems like a cash grab a lot of times. So, that is my thoughts on division realignment.
I think people in general are pretty fucking pumped about the NFL, except for when their political leaders tell them not to be. Just an observation, but I think it would be fun to redraw some lines. I think let's get rid of the directions, east, north, west, south. Get rid of all of it. Let's go with the legend division.
Yes,
let's go with the Peyton Manning division, the Joe Namath division.
That'd be pretty cool. I'd be down for it, man.
If the Bears aren't in the Walter Payton division, I'll be really fucking pissed. But yeah, let's go. Let's light some of that up. Get some history involved.
It's absolutely possible.
It's very NHL-esque. Very very NHL-esque. The Campbell, I don't remember.
It was the Roy, the Patrick, I think it was the Gretzky and the Hall.
Gretzky doesn't have one.
Oh,
maybe those were like the introduction for new ones because they should update them. That's like when I got all pumped about the NBA updating the silhouette of the NBA player to Kobe. Oh, please make it happen. Just do it. Stand down, NBA. Oh, They would have to pay his family probably a lot.
Did you guys see Adam Silver just creepily clapping at the screen of the new draft players, celebrating that? That was crazy. It was weird. Very weird. Very different than when Goodell did it, because Goodell had like the fans and stuff to kind of like pump up, but it was just Adam Silver just staring at a screen with the newly drafted player. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't really watch the draft. I was just catching the updates on the old cell phone, and I think I stayed away for good reason. Who the fuck is Patrick Williams? What the fuck is that?
I'm just having really horrible flashbacks about Jan Vesley.
Jan Vesley?
Yeah, I'm man.
What's his name? How do you say his last name? Denny what? Avija?
A veggie. I'm just Avenger. I don't know. I don't mean to be mean, but it's just I have very bad flashbacks because we have horrible luck. Wizards. We have horrible luck with Euro prospects, and it's just like if they're not in the NCAA.
You guys drafted Jan Veselý?
Yeah. Let's look up the draft real quick, because Jan Veselý was like a big bust during that draft. There you go.
Yeah, that's fine. I think the Seahawks are going to be kicking in here. We got about 1:17 left in the half here. We'll close it down just because the Cardinals, they like to make things happen at the last possible moment. But the Seahawks got it with 1st and 20. I don't know.
Oh, there we go.
Are the Cardinals? You think they call some timeouts here? They're trying to get the ball back.
Oh my gosh, this is awful. So
go ahead.
Jan Veselý was drafted 6th. He's from the Czech Republic. Okay, so drafted after him, Bismack Biyombo, no big deal. Brandon Knight, no big deal.
Yeah.
Kemba Walker,
that's a big deal.
Jimmer Fredette, no big deal.
Yeah.
Clay Thompson, ever heard of him? He just tore his Achilles though, but still, he's a very good player. I would love to have him on the Wizards.
Sorry, Clay, we love you, sir.
And then the Morris brothers, they're still viable today. Kawhi Leonard was drafted at 15. Nikola Vukovic was drafted at 16.
That's my guy.
It's just like, dude, like
my guy.
Jimmy Butler at 30. It's just like, dude, we had all these opportunities, and you pick like the one guy from the most random place on earth. Like, it's just.
Hey, we picked a guy that hasn't started a game in college and hasn't averaged 10 points a game. So
yeah, that was the one curveball of the draft.
We picked before you, bud.
Yeah. But I mean, we picked up Denny Avicii, who is from Israel. He's like 6'10". The one thing I'm really sad about is why is every single Washington team draft the same position for years on end? This is the 3rd straight year of a small forward. Dude, like, give me a center. I wanted a center. That's what I want. I wanted sticks. That's who I wanted.
Yeah, I saw as Russ here on 3rd and 6, 40 seconds left. Is he going for it? He's going to get it. Russ with the first down. Are they just beyond midfield or just under midfield? Either way, Seahawks are going to get a shot at points here to close out the half.
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking at the pro comparisons for Denny because the Bulls were looking at him, right? Like it was an option. And his pro comparison, like his ceiling was Detlef Schrempf, which is like cool if he was like, this Denny dude was getting drafted in, I don't know, 2005. Like, I'm sorry, Detlef. I don't know if your game is going to translate to 2020 basketball. Sorry, bud. Patrick Williams, like, he looks like he can dunk. It doesn't look like he has much of a shot, but I mean, his pro comparison was at least Paul Millsap, so I'll take that, I guess.
I mean, you said it perfectly that the Bulls should have traded down, because I feel like Patrick Williams is not worth a 4th overall pick. He might be worth a 1st-round pick, but dude, he didn't even start in his team. Like, that's just like the most like mind-blowing stat. Is like he wasn't even the best player on his team to actually have a starting position.
Yeah, hopefully it's a Michael Jordan thing. I don't know. Like, he didn't start in college, didn't start in high school or some shit. I don't know. Like, I hope it's just a thing, and they know better than what we fucking do sitting on our couches. So, I mean, Emron said it best. It was a 3-and-done draft. We picked 4th, so we tried to trade for 2.
Yeah, I don't really watch NBA as much as the Bulls been sucking. So, or college basketball, just never been a big fan outside of Terps. But Bulls got new leadership, new GM, new VP, new coach. So I'll give him a shot. But
pretty much
honest. Aside from LaMelo, Wiseman, and I heard Denny's name a couple of times just because the Bulls had worked him out. But I really didn't know much about the draft.
Is Edwards just going to be another like Anthony Bennett?
You hear about he's not even into like basketball. He actually was a football player, and then realized he could dunk the basketball. I was like, let me try this out, and then became like a basketball player. But he's like, this is just something that I do. Like, I rap. I like football a little bit more. And it's just like, dude, like you're the 1st overall pick. You got to show a little bit more want to if you want to be one of the best to ever play.
Yeah, Seattle's doing some weird stuff here. They got 30 seconds left. Are they even trying to clock injury timeout? I don't know what's going on. They just ran it. They just ran a random.
Timeout. Oh, the guy's
They
in
have
pain.
to
That
for
guy's in a pain.
Yeah, that guy just took a bad beating.
Heretic?
I don't know.
No, it's 34.
Oh, it's 40 something.
I'm not sure. Got 19 seconds left. I feel like the Seahawks can get one playoff to get in field goal range here, but that was very suspect.
They ran like a draw with no timeouts. So I was looking hard at the screen. I was like, did they have all 3 timeouts
No.
or none?
We're just also going to shank this dude in the ankle as I go down, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I think we're going to close it down there, though. Seahawks, we'll see if they put up points, but we got about 19 seconds left, already going to a commercial break. So you guys got anything else to close it down with here? We've already been going live for about 2 hours.
Nope.
Good. I'm good.
All right, cool. Really appreciate everybody stopping by today. We'll get out the results for the hoodie giveaway tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Appreciate you coming down to Take It to the Hizzy. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Take it easy.
Take it to the Hizzy.
Take it easy and then take it to the Hizzy.
That's right. See you guys. Be well.